gents? Welcome to the Simsational Gent. I am your host, Sean C. And today we're going to talk about why are men trying to obtain passports right now, okay? This subject right now is based upon a video I just did the other day. And we're going to talk more about that in a second. But we're going to ask the question, why are men ready to get their passports? So it was a very interesting topic the other day, and I thought that it warranted more discussion. Plus, I want to hear from the gents out there to see what you guys think about this, and see what it's all about. Okay, and I'm a little disappointed. Y'all got to bear with me because I'm still on the road. I'm still learning how to set up while I'm on the road, and there's a lot going on. So, I wanted to have a little background music as I do the intro and stuff like that. Make sure everything is good. How are you doing right now? I want to know how you guys are doing. As always, if you jump into this live stream, and you make a comment, hopefully a good comment, and then I'm going to shout you out because I can't do this channel, I can't do this show without you. And something very special about today's broadcast is today I'm doing something completely different. Today, instead of just doing the live stream on YouTube, I also have it streaming to Facebook. So this can be seen on Facebook and it can be seen on YouTube. So, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm glad to be here with you guys. I want you guys to bear with me, okay? I need y'all to bear with me. Your boy been on a flight. I was on a red-eye flight and stuff like that. So I haven't gotten much sleep. Took a quick nap and, I'm trying to make this work, okay? So you can imagine that I brought all the equipment I needed, so when I'm on the road, I can go ahead and continue to do the live stream to the standards that the gents expect, all right? And the other thing is, what was I about to say? I want to try to get through the topic a little quicker today. I want to be able to open up the live stream for chat, because on this one, I want to hear what you guys think. So, I'll have you on for a few minutes. I don't want to keep people too long. If it starts getting busy where there's a lot of people coming up, I'll let as many people come up, long as you guys are contributing respectfully to the conversation and that we can talk about this, the way we need to, all right? So do me a favor right now, hit that like button. And if you are not a subscriber, let me tell you, we talk about topics like this all the time here in the Simsational Gent, because I am looking to foster dialogue. Even though this could be considered predominantly a men's channel, we have a lot of ladies here that contribute to the discussion, and it makes us all better for it. So again, if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon notification next to it so you don't miss any future videos here on TSG. All right. So let me get to the comments, because again, that's what this is all about. This is all about you guys. So this is the shout out section. Again, this channel cannot do it without you. Congratulations to all the subscribers that won the giveaway. It was 4 people. Let me know if you're one of the subscribers that won. Did you get your prize in the mail yet? One of the people, Jerome, he already got his. Let me know if you guys received your prize there in the mail, okay? Let me know what's going on with that. All right? Hold on. All right. So we got a hello from Lucy from Brick Girls Go Stateside. If you don't know about this channel, this is an amazing channel where Lucy and her mom Julie go through the differences between the British culture and American culture and a whole bunch of other things in between. The one thing I love about this channel is there's always humor, there's always something to learn, there's always a lesson. Make sure you subscribe to that channel. You won't want to miss it, okay? And then I have my boy Neil. I have a story to tell. All right. So this is my dude here. We've been rolling strong now for a minute. A good friend of mine. And make sure you check out his channel. He does a lot of things, talks about a lot of adult topics, does a gig economy, just a whole bunch of stuff. Also gives you daily encouragement sometimes. So, and you might want to check his channel out. I'm telling you right now, good dude. I know you'll like it. Okay. And then we got B Ford in the house. What's up, my brother? Thank you for being here today. B Ford always contributes to the conversation. I'm very grateful. And I know he wanted to be a part of this because, you got my subscribers that have a lot to say on these topics, but it makes you think. It makes you know what other men are thinking and feeling. So I want to make sure I bring that up. And then Lucy says, I won. It hasn't got here yet though. Uh-oh, that's not cool. All right, well, hopefully it shows up soon because I sent that out like, I'd say almost a week ago. So hopefully you get it. I hope you know you did win. I put that out on 2 live streams ago. All right. So anyway, enough about me meandering on. Just so you know, usually when we do these as an evening live streams, right now I'm 3 hours ahead of what I normally am, so I'm a little jet lagged. So please bear with me. I'm trying to muster up some energy. I've had a little Red Bull, but as we always do, we like to sip and chill and have a good time. So not doing nothing crazy tonight. Tonight I'm just doing a seasonal beer by Sam Adams, and it's called Cold Snap. I used to sell this when I was bartending, so I figured, hey, it'd be cool to have one, right? Also settle my nerve down, okay? Got to settle all my nerve down, all right? Neil says, don't feel bad. I'm still waiting for my prize also. Okay, now I don't feel too bad. It got sent out. Hopefully it arrives soon, okay? Who knows what's going on with the mail system, okay? But you guys won. Let me know when y'all get it in the future, okay? You guys can just send me a message because I know you guys saw it. All right? So listen, again, I wanted to start this conversation today because y'all saw the video I put out. I think it was 2 videos ago where there was a woman by the name of Bianca Gibson who talked about how men are weak for wanting to date foreign women. She has a problem with that. Now, I want you to watch that video because I go into her backstory there a little bit, give you a little context on who she is. And let me tell you, I've done a video on her before. She puts out really good content, don't get me wrong, but it sends confusing messages on, sometimes it's you know, guys, y'all want this, y'all think that. So she's that type of woman. Another thing is she'll say, hey, ladies, these are the things that men are looking for. So she'll have those videos. I almost did a video on that because I thought that would be interesting. And then you have this recent video where she has a problem with dudes that date foreign women or, you know, decide to leave and go to the country and happen to date foreign women. One of my good friends, Richie Mack, shout out to the channel Zoom to Thailand. You know, the video that really started blowing this channel up is when I did a reaction video. This dude went out to Thailand to handle his business, to go and do things and make money. And then he ends up having a Thai girlfriend and all of a sudden everybody's up in arms. So we're going to talk about that kind of stuff, why it happens, why men are frustrated. We're going to talk about also the bleak future of relationships, because I think that with everything going on, right, I'm going to point out some double standards that are happening and some things that I think need to get worked on by modern women. Also, there's a video I did yesterday. You might want to check that one out. If you don't know, Cam Newton made a statement and everybody's like, oh, it's misogynistic and this, that, and the third. Check out that video. I'm not going to go into excruciating details on it, but we can debate whether Cam should have said it or not, especially him being in the military. I didn't say this in the broadcast, but I'm going to say it right here. When I was in the military, we had to watch what we say because it's not that we didn't have the freedom to say it, but the problem is that we were representing that organization. So anything that we say, anything that we think and we decide to put out there could bring reproach on the good standing of the military. And that's what we were cautioned not to do. So one could say, given all the controversy around the NFL, and maybe it wasn't a good idea for Cam Newton to come out and say the things that he did. So I agree with that. My boy Jerome brought that up, and that was a good point. I will say, though, and the question I have in yesterday's video, is what he said wrong? I'll let y'all watch that video and let y'all figure that out. Okay? Make sure I didn't miss any more comments. Lucy says, nothing wrong with foreign women. Oh, of course you would say that, right, Lucy? But you know what? I don't think there is either. You know, I think that we talk about, let me bring up the first topic. So men are ready to leave, okay? And so in keeping in line with what Lucy just talked about, here's the reason why I don't think there's a problem. we sit here now in today's society and we say there's been openness about a lot of things, right? About what who you want to marry or love, or what preference of gender, and of course there's a lot of debates about that stuff. But the point is, in society today, there's openness about all these different things. All these things you can be open about now. And then all of a sudden, when it comes to men saying they want to leave and they want to go to other countries, and I don't think there's the express thought that they just want to fall in love or get with another woman, though if they were looking for, some guys express this, but if they were looking for a woman, then they want to maybe get with a foreign woman. And I did a poll on this channel about it. I'm not going to bring up the results because I'm going to turn that into a YouTube short. So you're going to want to subscribe to this channel so you can see the results of that poll and check out that short, and also support the channel. You know what I'm saying? Support the channel. Okay. So, listen, I realize that there's men that are kind of jaded, that are kind of, they're kind of fed up with modern women. Not kind of, they are fed up with modern women. That's why you have channels like this one, and you have other channels that's in the manosphere, right? You can call them whatever. I don't necessarily call myself red pill, MGTOW, none of that stuff. I don't consider myself any of that thing. I guess the closest thing would be MGTOW because I'm going my own way. I'm doing my own thing, but not like MGTOW as in that phrase. I'm kind of just doing my own thing. I'm goal driven. So if you're new here, if you're new to this channel, you haven't heard what I've said before, here in this channel, I am about self-improvement. I am about you finding out what your purpose is and going after it vigorously. And if you do those things, you will live your best life. But you have to be able to dream bigger than the surroundings you're in. I want to leave y'all with something before we get started deeper into this topic, something that I saw that I hope is encouraging to you guys. But if you are, there's certain fish or certain aquatic creatures that if you put them in a fish bowl, they won't grow any bigger than the bowl they're in. So it'll just swim around and it'll stay the same size, right? Because if it grows too much, then it'll be too big for its environment. It won't be enough resources, stuff like that. But if you expand the environment in which that aquatic creature lives in, the aquatic creature will grow to a size comparable to the tank, to the environment that it's in. So if you guys, if a person goes in with that kind of thinking that I'm just going to be in my little bubble and everybody's wrong because it's the only thing and blah, blah, blah. If you haven't done anything, you haven't experienced anything, if you haven't been anywhere, then you don't really have a leg in the conversation, because all you know is what you see from sitting on your couch. All you know what you see from being in your town. All you know, most people don't go past 250 miles of where they're from. Most people. So if you haven't been beyond there and you're relying on TV, you're relying on television to tell you about what the world is like, I think you're limiting yourself. And so you have a lot of men that are jaded by the modern women today. And they are seeing channels of men moving and traveling to other places. And they're seeing that, hey, this looks enticing. It looks different than what I see. And they're kind of wanting to see that, to live vicariously through those people. But not only that, a lot of men are so jaded now, they're saying, I want to get my passport too. So let's see what the chat says. Neil says, doesn't matter what color, if you vibe with someone, you just vibe with the person. And that's kind of the point I'm trying to say. Right now, you hear everybody, modern women, you hear older women, younger women, whatever, all women, all dudes, everybody is starting to admit that the dating market right now, the dating and relationship market right now is pretty tough, right? It's really hard to find somebody that you can trust, that are of quality, that isn't trying to use you, isn't trying to play you, isn't short attention span in this modern social media environment that we live in. And With that being said, no one can trust. There's no trust anymore. No one's willing to give up their heart to see if they have the potential of finding somebody that may be special for them. So, um, with that lack of trust, in that both men and women agree on that, how can you fault somebody for going after love, right? Or going after someone that meets what they want? I will tell you that modern women or that men are feeling like they cannot stand modern women. You know, this I don't need a man. This I don't need anybody. It's okay to be a woman that is handling your business. It really is. Power to you. I don't think men have a problem with that. The problem is that thinking that you deserve more than you should get. Because it's not just like, you know, the top 20% of women that feel like they can get the top 20% of men. It's like 80% of women are going for 20% of the men. And a lot of them is unrealistic. Young girls today are looking at influencers and other girls, and they see them on the come up, and they see them dressed up, and they got their Chanel purses, and they Gucci, and all this stuff. And they look at them, and they say, you know what? She ain't nothing. She ain't nothing special. I can do that too. Some people will look at YouTube channels like this one and say, man, look at him. He ain't nothing. What are he about? What are he talking about? I could probably do better than that. He ain't nothing. And I don't really give a shit what you think about it. Okay? I've worked hard to get to where I'm at. I put in a lot of work. See, y'all don't see the ones that's the real ones, the ones that's in here that's been rocking me from the beginning. They know my background. They know the things I've done. My friends and family know the work I put in. So you think I give a shit about a stranger not understanding who I am? And that's what's happening today in society, that people are judging each other. So with all this being said, I bring all that to get to the point that when men see women overseas, what they see is women that aren't high on themselves. Like they might keep themselves up and they look good and they want to show off. And they like, you know, like in Latin cultures, those women keep themselves tight, right? They keep themselves made up. And they're in fierce competition with other women. Women in Western cultures are in competition with each other and they don't even realize it. They don't see that they're in competition with women. There are more women than men. So by default, you're in competition. Let's even say that the women, 80% of women want 20% of the dudes. If 80% of women are fighting for 20% of dudes, guess what? There are more women going after only a few dudes. But you would think that would make women more humble. You would think it would make women be more fierce competition. Now, I want to put this another way for modern women. If this was a job, right, there's 20 spots available and there's 80 women applying to it, right? Or out of 100 women applying for this job, there's only 20 spots available. And everybody's going for the job. Only 20 out of the 100 is going to get it. So instead of thinking like you just deserve the job, instead of just showing up to the job like, when are y'all gonna give me this job? What are you gonna do? I'm here, ain't I? I'm here for this interview. So you should just give me the job. What? You're competing for something that you find is valuable, whether it be a job or a person. And a lot of modern women are like people going to the job thinking I'm supposed to just hire you and you haven't told me what you qualify for, how you even qualify for the job. And I don't want to put it like men don't have to try to qualify to get a woman's infections because that's what we do. It's still expected today in modern society that a man has to go up to a woman and ask her out. And now dudes nowadays with the whole M2 thing and the whole, you know, just the way women are rejecting most dudes, a lot of dudes go through way more rejection than women do. So of course, dudes don't want to play this game. They like, a lot of dudes are just stepping back now. Like, yo, I'm not gonna put too much effort. Show me, at least give me some signs so I can come over there and say something. But dudes aren't just going up there. The ones that are usually the Pookies, the Ray Rays, the Chads, and the Tyrones. Because they know they can. They're gonna come up to you, they're gonna be bold. They know they got you because that's what you're falling for. And if that's what you like, there's no wonder you get played. Them dudes know what they doing. Them type of dudes know they got you. They know what you looking for. And they know they got it. So, you know, women from overseas are more grateful. They are in competition for other women, with other women. And they know it. And they act like it. So they bring their best. So you have women like Bianca Gibson that will shame a man for going somewhere and a woman seeing that man's value. Now she says that, well, that woman is just using you for money or resources. How different is it than being here in Western culture? You have women that will go on dates every week. They will go on one date with you to get a free meal and they'll ghost you. Men are experiencing this. I know women get ghosted too, but there are women that go out there because they just trying to get a free meal. They just trying to get a drink or drinks paid. This is happening. Now your good dudes are tired of it. And so good dudes are starting to make mass exodus and they're looking and they're asking the question, why can't I have my passport? Why shouldn't I get my passport? Let's see what y'all say in the chat. Neil says, amen, bro. Neil says, don't forget to hit the like button. That's right, hit the like button. Hit that like button, because if y'all hit the like button, it allows more people to know that this live stream is going on and I want to have this conversation today. I think it's important. And again, lets everybody know. Hold on real quick. I'm so messed up on that. There we go. I want to get that off the screen. Okay. So listen, y'all should see the setup I got here. It's great. I'm not gonna lie. If y'all can, I wish y'all could see it. I got the whole Kevin Samuels setup, except I don't have the laptop and I don't have my little pad in the view, but I'm trying to bring up the level of presentation. Kind of wish that this light over here was diffused a little bit more, but I'll work on that. Future Sean. That's Future Sean problem. Let me say thank you all for being here. Okay. And here, listen thing. I don't want to stay there too long. I want to get you guys, I want to open up the opportunity for you guys to be able to come into the chat and talk with me about this subject for a few minutes. Just, you know, everybody a few minutes. And then there's a link in the description of this video that you can click that will allow you to be able to come in. But I'm gonna tell y'all when that time happens. But I know I've always talked about doing that, but today I want to bring it up. Today I want to make sure I'm watching the time and I'm gonna keep everything short and brief, okay? The other thing is what men want from foreign wives, right? Or from foreign women. And the thing is, I think this is something that this kind of goes into the poll I just did on the channel. You know, and the thing that women or men want from foreign wives is, the biggest thing is that they say that they're traditional values. And you're starting to see a backlash even in the United States, right? Backlash to getting toward traditional values. There's so much changing. It's not just that, oh, you know, oh, these kids, blah, blah, blah. And look, I'm guilty of saying that too sometimes, okay? But at the rate we're going, these kids are like, change this, change that. And they're just as confused and just as depressed and just as unmotivated and just as can't get out and do things on their own. I mean, like, you know, I don't want to get into that, but I'm trying to say this to say that that you have a generation right now that the dating scene is terrible. And here's the thing. You know, it goes all the way back. If you look in that video I did 2 days ago, I brought up a video from 1986 where women were saying that we don't need a dude. We don't need a man. And that was the second generation of the independent woman or the modern woman, the second generation, where they said I don't see a need to have a dude in the household. Fast forward today, don't you not hear that same rhetoric used by modern women today? You do, because it was learned. They're not being taught to be wives. They're being taught to not respect, not care about men. And men come to channels like this because they want their voice heard. For years, women have had the Sally Jesse Raphaels, the Ricky Lakes, the Jerry Springers, and all these different shows, the Oprahs, where they can go into Dr. Phil's, all these shows where women can express themselves. And so you have shows like channels like this where men can express themselves. So that ladies, if you're objective, then you get to hear what men are feeling and what they're thinking. You get to see it from their perspective, to just listen. Whether you agree or not, listen, because that's the other problem, okay? All right, so I'm gonna get into the second portion. So modern women, save modern women from themselves. The other day or the last live stream, I talked about save, okay? And save is 4 characteristics that I talked about on there where modern women are hurting themselves with the men today. The reason why men are pushing to try to look toward foreign women to leave and to get their passports and to experience these traditional women that aren't talking about they don't need a man. Men and women need each other, but today's modern women don't think they need a man. Okay. And men are like, okay. And as soon as men go ahead and they decide to get their passports, then you have women like Bianca Gibson, they're going to open their mouth and say, oh, you weak for leaving. No. Why would I invest in something that has diminishing returns? Let me get to the chat. Sorry, you guys. Anthony North, she is not what we are looking for. She likes to fight. Why settle for constant controversy in your house? Black men look for order in our house, but she thinks it's her house only. And a lot of guys, see, ladies, right there, a lot of guys feel this way. We got to go out and battle the world every damn day. We got to battle so many things. As a black man, we don't even know if we coming home. Matter of fact, I just found out I'm here in Michigan, and I just heard that there's a protest because somebody was shot at a traffic stop. We don't even know if we coming home. And here it is, we come in the door, battling the world. And then we got to get, we don't have peace in our own home. See, here's the thing. Women back in the day understood that, yes, the man was the king of the castle, but let's be real about it. Old school women, big mama, great grandma, they understood the importance of their men, but they ran the family from being in. There's more power the way women did it back in the day than they do it today. See, great grandmother and some of y'all grandmothers, not all the grandmas nowadays, the grandmas is about as old as I am right now. You know what I'm saying? And they daughters are having kids. Their daughters are having kids. It's crazy. But grandma back in the day stayed with her dude. Was it easy? No. It's not going to be easy to stay with someone your whole life. But you come to appreciate them. Especially as your friends are starting to pass away and pass on. You got somebody that you're going through life with, that you've seen everything with, that can relate to you with your time period with. So instead of giving a man peace, these women want a war with men, and they end up being alone. But we're going to talk about that more in a second. Let me get back to this chat. B4 says Western society grooms women to compete with men. Absolutely. And in some cases, They do, right? Because they're going out into the workforce and they have to compete with men for the same jobs. And listen, I kind of have to say that I understand why they're competing. Because I've heard men say, oh, got a woman working for us. She ain't gonna be all that good. And I know some very smart women. I did engineering. So the fact is we had females, women that were in engineering. Some were great, some weren't. But that's no different than there's sloppy workers that are dudes, and they're great workers. So I understand the competition. The problem is that the modern women can't turn it off. She goes to work, she's competing with dudes, she's being like a dude. Her personality starts to take on masculine traits in this society, in this working society. And the thing is, she brings that home. She brings it home, trying to compete with her man at home and wonder why these relationships don't last. On the flip side, you have women now who will stay at home. The stay-at-home women nowadays haven't been trained to be wives. So they're at home, they're exposed to all this social media, they're exposed to all this constant noise. It's all noise. This is all noise. Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, it's all noise. And they have that drumming in their head all day. And they can sit down and listen to these stupid ass reality shows that aren't real. They filmed one in my restaurant where I bartended at, and I got to see the sausage made. And people are like, yo, I still want to be entertained. No, you are being indoctrinated and don't even know it. I'm glad when I had my car accident, it made me cut the TV off. Some of y'all need to cut the TV off. Some of y'all need to cut them girlfriends out that ain't telling you right, telling you about your relationship while they single. Or they got somebody, they telling you, keeping you from finding a man while they gotta do it. Come on now, use your heads. My boy T-Mac, what up? Shout out to T-Mac. This dude always comments. It's always a part of the discussion. I appreciate you, brother. T-Mac, did you get your prize? So one person got theirs already, 2 people haven't. Have you gotten your prize? Let me know down in the chat, bro. And congratulations for winning. B4 says Western women are agents of chaos. Absolutely. You got some dudes out here, agents of chaos. We don't talk about them on the channel. I talk about dudes, the good dudes that want to make changes, that want to work on themselves, that want to find their purpose, that want to handle their business, that want to be strong men, that want to lead. That's what this channel's about. If you're not one of those dudes, subscribe. The OGs are in here. They're going to tell you what you need to know. But don't come here with no mess. This is for dudes that want to take action. Anybody know me, know that I set goals and I achieve them. So don't come here if you ain't one of those dudes. You understand? All right. Anthony North says these so-called modern women have raised to hate black men especially. We have to meet their criteria and we don't. Yeah, man, I think I saw a meme today on YouTube and I can't remember. Give me a second. I think it said something about black men have to battle so much, and why should they come home to a woman that is battling them? Like basically with everything on the plate of black men today, why should they want to be with somebody that isn't going to uplift them? Why would they want to be a part of that? And that kind of goes to this topic today, what we're talking about. And it ain't just that, because, you know, believe it or not, white men are going through it, Asian men are going through it, Hispanic men are going through it. Anybody in this modern Western culture, they know what's up. They're all going through it. I see the TikToks of some lonely white dudes, some lonely black dudes, some lonely Asian dudes. Men are going through it right now because of modern women. And some of them because of their own actions. But we'll get, that's a whole nother topic. But for the most part, black women are losing to the better race competition in Thailand. Lack of trust goes both ways, but the women have manly attitudes. Yeah, so like that's the other thing. Women, ladies, what this dude just said, right? What my boy Anthony North just said was that A man, look, if I want to deal with a manly attitude as a man, hear me out. I could hang with my boys. Do you understand what I'm saying? I could go hang with my boys. And here's the thing. We get into arguments, but it's playful arguments. Or we can get real heated, whatever. But with dudes, we can just, we bro it, we squash it. We get past it. We use logic. Sometimes you got to fight it out, but guess what? We have a beer afterwards. Well, it used to be that way. Ain't all this drama. Ain't all this my feelings. And never getting the logic. Dudes are tired of it. So they go to these Thailand and these other foreign countries. And you have women that just like, they're so great. They're just grateful to have someone, whether you say it's transactional or not. Okay, well, you know, she there for the money. Who cares? At least when you have a woman, maybe you taking care of her, she's from another country, at least you don't get the back talk and the lip. You got peace. That's transactional. Here it is with modern women. You can go ahead and buy them Gucci, Louis Vuitton, you can buy them the bag. You can do all this stuff for them and they still gonna fight you. You could be handling your business and they still gonna fight you. Like I said in the last live stream, whether you fight with them or you don't, you're gonna get treated the exact same way by modern women here in Western culture. Hey Wanda, what's going on? This is Miss Michi. Make sure you go check her channel out. She has a great family channel, right? If any of you guys are into family channels and take care of the family, she also has her live stream where she does, like grown folk, like I like to call it, where you do quizzes and different things like that. Wanda, that's great. I ain't gonna lie, that was so much fun. And I'm you know me, I haven't been able to sit still, but I took a little moment because I had a little fun. Plus, I don't know why my computer wasn't updating because I was getting those answers faster than I do, I'm telling you. Okay, my thing showed I typed it faster, but I ain't gonna go there. Okay, I should have won. But thank you, Wanda, for being here. It was a good friend of mine. She always contributes, always bring great conversation to this topic. T-Mac says, I haven't received it yet, bro. Thanks again. Looking forward to it. Okay, it's all in the mail, y'all. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Okay, but let me know when it comes in, though. Hopefully, like I said, one person got it, so who knows? Could have something to do with the distribution system right now, but it is regular mail, so I don't get it. That's 3 people that didn't get it. I don't get it. Okay. So we talked about modern women, saving modern women from themselves. I'm just going to briefly touch on this. You can watch my other live streams and see what save is, but it's these 4 things that modern women are hurting themselves. Their self-esteem, feeling like they need to get adulation, confirmation from other people other than working on themselves, getting the help they need. They rather get it from social media, likes, and all these different things. Then you have the attitude. We've talked about that. I'm not gonna go too long in that. Dudes, men are tired of the goddamn attitudes. Tired of it. We talked about why men are trying to go get their passports. The V in save is values. Modern women have very loose values. I would tell you what, give me a good dude, give me even an average dude, whether you call him good or not, just give me your average dude. A man that's starting to work on himself and his purpose usually has some type of principles. Men usually have principles, right? I can meet a dude for the first time, I talk to him, and you realize that when you have deeper conversations, you realize that man's principles and their values. Values, okay, but principles. Usually there's principles that all of us men live by. We talk about like man code all the time. That's a principle to live by. You don't talk to your dude's girl months after they broke up. It's a violation of man code. That's a principle. Modern women don't even have that with each other. A lot of the female friends that I have don't have a lot of female friends, a lot of women friends, right? They have a lot of dude friends because they can't trust women, especially ones that are nowadays. They're of questionable values. And then the E is for the, I would say entitlement, but that should be EE, but expectations. Everybody, they're feeding everybody to be like, you're great. Here's your participation award. Everybody's expectation is way too high. And Kevin Samuels brings this out all the time in his videos when he talks to women. What he says is, he asks them, what do they want? And you have women that are average women. There's nothing wrong with being an average person. You could be an average person doing great things. Matter of fact, there's millionaires out there and rich people that fly under the radar. You would see them and you would never know they were rich. Fly right under the radar. They look average, but they're doing great things. And the people that's doing the most noise and the most finger waving, the most, yeah, and if you go ahead and you talk to women in other countries, then you're a weak man because they got nothing and you got everything, and it make me feel good, don't it? But she ain't doing it for this, she doing it for that. Go watch that video. Go watch that video. It should insult you as a man hearing that. It should insult some of you ladies to hear that. So that's saved, all right? I was gonna play that video, but I want y'all to go watch it. Go watch these videos. Hey, make sure you guys hit that like button real quick. Hit that like button so we can get more people in here, more people to conversation. I see the time. I wanna see if we can bring some people in. If anybody wanna come in, the link is in the description. Please keep it PG. Let's have a conversation on this. I want to hear people's thoughts and feelings. I want to get those thoughts and feelings out. So if you want to be on the live chat, hit the link in the description. When I bring up the banner, when I bring this banner up, go ahead and click in, and then we'll have a conversation. I want to try to bring it to you guys. If you don't, you don't, and that'll be what it is, okay? The other thing is, again, I brought up to you guys about that 1986 video. All right, let me get to the comments. I'm sorry, I've been talking. T-Mac says, oh, okay, I got that one. T-Mac says, facts. This is why a lot of women prefer to work around men than women because of the deceit. Yeah, even women can't trust women. And T-Mac, I know you saw this video. If you guys haven't seen this video, there's a video that came out several months ago. And it was a woman who was going on dates with other women, right? So it was a gay woman who was going on dates, and she made a video on how she was going through the same stuff that dudes go through. She was having the same issue with women today like dudes are, yet and still she dates women and she's a woman. Where are the values? Where are the principles? Where are the women who don't care? Like, listen, everybody wants to hang on to some semblance of youth, some semblance of looking good, and that's fine. I don't even have a problem with any woman doing that, or any man for that matter. Right? Don't inject your lips though. Don't get them big old fish ass lips though. Okay, that's disgusting. I'm sorry, just a preference. Just them long ass lashes, the fingernails that curl all the way around like this. Dudes don't like that. Dudes don't want to deal with that. That is disgusting. But I don't care what he don't want. I like this for me. Okay. And you wonder why you keep getting ratchet ass dudes. Because ratchet dudes know. Got her. That woman right there, she got the nails and stuff. That's my target. They got dudes that know how to play those women. Same mindset. Dude, good men don't want that. Men that's handling their business don't want that. And if they do, I'm questioning them. Right? So the last portion I want to bring up was the bleak future of relationships and dating. Now, right now, dating is, we talked about foreign women, why men are trying to get their passports and stuff like that. You have women like Bianca Gibson talking about, well, it's transactional, she's using you. But dudes are getting used here in the States. I brought that up earlier, all right? Everything right now is transactional. People aren't willing to open themselves up to have normal, functioning relationships. So men don't trust it. They know it's transactional. Men have to worry whether or not they're getting played for just to have dinner or a lunch. So women get mad when dude like, I'm gonna split the check. I ain't never talking to him because he don't want to spend no money. He cheap. If you're not gonna, if we don't have nothing in common, I'm supposed to just spend my resources. If I'm looking for somebody, I'm looking for a woman, and I have a finite amount of resources, and I spend my resources on you, and you're not showing interest in me, you know, like a lot of these women think, like these modern women think like, well, he should want to talk to me because I look this way. No, Ish, you boring. You ain't got nothing to say. All you care about is money. Like, I don't think these modern women get it. When you're the type of woman that only thinks about what I got and what I have, what I'm gonna get, and girl, I'm trying to get the bag. I'm getting it in 2022. If you that chick, you ain't got nothing interesting to talk about to a man that has worked on himself and handling his business. Most women won't even go get therapy. And I've said it many times on the channel, I'm not afraid to admit it, but I went to therapy because I needed it. I'm not ashamed to say it. Matter of fact, the problem is too many of y'all don't go. You got all these goddamn issues, right? Some of y'all won't even talk to the people that's close to y'all. Y'all won't listen to the advice of the people trying to tell you right. It's not even a matter of having the big mamas around. You have people that's up there trying to tell you right. People don't want to listen. And this is the dating market. That's why I said it's bleak, because everybody know better. And the people they take advice from don't have their shit in one side. So it's all jacked up. It's all messed up. So good men are leaving. If they start leaving, all right, let me get back to the chat. Again, it's about you guys, not me. T-Mac says, all that is gross, bro. Talking about all the fake whatever, and men are not putting a gun to women's head and making them dress and alter appearance with fake enhancements. Absolutely not. Women are choosing this. Go back to what I said, okay? What did I say earlier? If you're just getting here, hit that like button. We're having a great conversation right now. I want you guys to be a part of it. But earlier, if you missed it, I just said save. Self-esteem is the S in the save. And the thing is, women are projecting, oh, I'm a boss-ish, right? The thing with Cam Newton, oh, I'm the boss-ish, right? They projected as I'm stronger than I am. And them the same women, they got them same goddamn memes like, oh, I'm gonna be stronger and you don't put up with nothing and blah, blah, blah. Them the same ones eating Haagen-Dazs, crying because their life ain't where it wanna be at. Because they can't get the dude that they want. They don't like the job that they have. They don't have, they're getting up there and nobody want them. They hitting the wall and nobody want them. Same ones, self-esteem. So what do? Instead of working on who you are, I'm not saying don't work on the exterior too, but they're trying to cover up the grotesqueries inside with the lashes and the long thing. And they think that's the thing that make them pop off and make them bigger and better what they are. Things do not make you. If you rely on things to make you who you are, then I'm gonna show you a person whose soul is destitute. Let's get back to this. Lucy says, some of my American female friends can't understand why I won't do fake eyelashes and nails. Each to their own, but I don't want to wear those things. Right, here's the thing. They get too long. How you type it? I don't know how they do it. They like turn their fingers sideways. They didn't learn a new way to type. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I had that there's a DOS program called Mavis. I think it's called Mavis or Beavis, the butthead. I don't know. Mavis typing. And I learned that shit in like 8th grade at Gretna Junior High, okay? And I learned how to type. And you had a certain way. You had to put your hands on the board on home row a certain way. These women that mastered typing in a way I don't know how they do with them long ass nails. I mean, women be typing with little shits curled around too. Impressive. I ain't gonna lie, it's impressive. But men don't care. As T-Mac said, they're doing all these enhancements and no men are asking them to do this. And they like, I ain't doing it for them, I'm doing it for me. Okay. All right. You don't want regular dudes. You don't want regular men. You want high value men. And you think they're gonna want you with them nails? High value men, and I hate using that term, but men that's handling their business. Because I don't believe in that high value stuff. They got high value dudes that are making 60 grand a year, making moves. Maybe you own a business and it's at you making 60 grand. You want to pay yourself too much of a salary because they're going to tax it. You might as well reinvest it back in the business and stack that cheese in the business. Make it bigger. But that dude is a blue collar worker. These women today don't want that. They don't want that. They all think they deserve somebody that's making six figures. And they don't understand the cost that they are driving. They want that dude so they can live a certain lifestyle, but you taking away from your retirement. And we're going to get into that in a second because I ain't forgot. Let's get back to this chat. T-Mac says, amen, sis. Real men hate all that artificial mess. Absolutely. And that's what we just talked about. Wanda says the behavior is the same no matter who a toxic woman date. If you are the problem and you move from one relationship to another, there's still going to be a problem because the problem is you. Absolutely. Wanda, ding, 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 ding. This goes for women and men. Because there's some dudes out there that might watch this. And there's a bunch of OGs that have been through it. If you're one of the youngers, the demographics are starting to shift. Now my audience is getting a little bit younger. And so if you're a younger dude, there's a lot of wisdom right here in this chat. And what I want you to get is, dudes, girls, ladies, women, gents, whoever you are, if you are seeing the same thing from relationship to relationship, the problem, like Wanda said, is now you. Because you should start to see a little bit something different. You're like, hey, I went through this. It was good. Didn't work out. It was good. Or this went completely south. Completely south. Was not expecting it to be this way. And then you adjust. You work on yourself. You don't do the blaming. Work on yourself. Wish that person well. Don't wish negative energy on them. Wish them well. And all you have to do is just cut them out. All you got to do is just cut them out. And just move on and do what you got to do. That's what you need to do. Go ahead and just move on. And work on you. But too many people get out of a relationship. Oh yeah, the streets, like look at them, there's TikTok that's like, the streets been calling me. Nah, I'm out of this relationship, the streets is calling me back. Then women go straight back to the streets, straight back to the party life, straight back into all that stuff. No work done. Get with another dude, Chad, Tyrone, Pookie, or Ray Ray, and then wonder why they heart broken. Wonder why they ain't no good dudes out here. Because the dudes that you want don't want you. And the dudes that want you, you don't want. And so remember what I said. Remember what this part of the title was. The bleak future of dating and relationships. People aren't willing to put in the work. Am I perfect? No. But I've done a lot of work. I can say I'm putting a lot of work. I still got a lot more work to go. I'm not perfect, you guys. But I will say this. I do endeavor to be better every day. A little bit better. And listen, I hope that somebody is watching this. I hope this resonates with somebody that's watching. If you want to see the change, right? Be the change you want to see. You'll start to see that you won't just accept anybody. You won't just accept anyone coming up because you've already been through that. You've seen those games and tricks. How many of y'all seen videos where women be like, I keep falling for the same dude. I see one like, I keep falling for these redhead dudes. You have a preference for redheads, and then you wonder why you keep getting hurt. Maybe this, I'm not saying redheads are evil. I mean, I didn't say that. But you get what I'm saying. It's a point I was trying to make. Let me get back to this. Okay, you already got there? Let me do a shout out here to Myron Bourne. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate everybody that's in the chat. Thank you for being a part of the conversation. T-Max says character determines more value than money. Absolutely. And matter of fact, if you're a good character, money will come to you. If you have the right character, money will flow to you. Instead of you chasing it. I'm chasing this six-figure dude. I'm chasing it. It ain't gonna come to you that way. It may come to you that way. But it's like the tortoise and the hare. The hare got the lead in the beginning, but man, by the time they ended the race, when they took down that nap, it was tired. Couldn't finish the race. We're gonna get there. Red Smith, thank you for being here, my man. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate you. You can't put in the work in the US. There's nothing to gain. I hear you. I hear what you're trying to say. I disagree. The work isn't for to try to find somebody. The work is for you, man. The work has nothing to do with getting another person. The work is to make you whole. Let me make sure I make that clear. If you're on your purpose, you're doing the work because it's going to enhance your life. Hence, the title of this is why dudes are getting their passports. Dudes are like, I'm tired of this. I'm going to put in the work so that I can be able to leave, so I can financially afford to get up out of here. And there's a study that says that people that value doing things over people that buy things, they have the more rewarding life. They're healthier and they live a more rewarding life. The people that do things. So if you value things, you get your reward. You get your reward. Lucis, what's up, my man? Thank you for being here. This is one of the OGs on the channel here. Always gives great comments. Thank you, brother, for being here today on tonight's live stream 39. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Women invest in superficial relationships and then go through drama that they call trauma, then call all men toxic. Yeah, see, a lot of this stuff is self-inflicted wounds. A lot of stuff is self-inflicted wounds. Trying to live like the Joneses, trying to do what the person next to you is doing. Right? Oh, okay, Reg, my bad. You were speaking on finding a woman. Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I don't think there's not any good women out there. But I agree that it's very hard. It's very hard because you don't know who you're dealing with. There's agents out there, like T-Max said, there's agents of chaos. I think it was T-Max. There's agents of chaos out there. There's some women that will just play the role and then flip it, flop. Okay? They do the flip it. Okay? They do the flip thing. Okay? As soon as they get you and you lock down and you ain't going nowhere, they'll flip on you in a second. And dudes like, I didn't sign up for this. The thing that makes dudes marry a woman is like, I am signing up for the woman that I have right now. I'm signing up for the you are right now. Now, women, if you aren't got your stuff together, if you still trying to figure out who you are, the dude signed up for that. So if you start to go through changes and you start to spiral, you're going to lose that dude. Or if you going to change it up because you've been playing a role that you should have been playing, you're going to make a man, hey, I didn't sign up for this. So something to keep in mind. T-Max says hypergamy has crushed the dating scene in America. Absolutely. But hypergamy has been around forever though, bro. I think that, I think the more accurate thing is hypergamy in and of itself. That's expectation. It's like that's a natural selection thing. A woman is gonna get with or let's just go in the animal kingdom, right? The animal that's the strongest, the animal that can provide the best genes and genetics and all these different things, the best safe environment for that unit, women will go to. It's, hypergamy. But the problem is that it's kind of what I said in Save, the expectations, right? There's nothing wrong with wanting a guy that's doing something or has the potential of doing something. But the problem is every woman wants the 666, 6 figures, 6-pack, 6 feet. And not everybody can have it. Only a certain percentage of men are making over $100,000 a year. The average white man is making about 50 grand a year. The average black man is making about 40 grand a year. And yet women, most women want the 6-figure dude. The dude that's busting his ass making 50, 40, 50, 60 grand a year, 70 would be good, 50, 60 grand a year, it's not good enough. It's still good money. It's not good enough. That dude is not good enough because she can't use your resources to live the lifestyle she wants to live. Again, goes back to what they see on TV, social media. They see everybody living these boss lives. They're like, why can't I do it? Yet they're not willing to work with a man's program in order to be able to have that lifestyle later on and work on that. A lot of these modern women and people today, even some dudes, can't see the future. They can't see it. Lucy says, I was just thinking that, trying to live like the Joneses. Absolutely. Listen, not everybody gonna be able to, not everybody can do that. It's not realistic. It's not realistic. Here's the last part I want to talk about, the problem with the date. And this is as real and deep as I can get. I don't even know if my own people watching this, okay? But I'm gonna put it out there, right? Oh, let me finish my last point. If good men start leaving and going overseas, the dating pool of good men is gonna shrink even more. See, women say there's no good men, but if men start like, yo, I'm out, that dating pool is gonna shrink. It means that the Chads, the Tyrones, the Pookies, and Ray Rays are gonna have their way with women because they're gonna look like the best and attractive choices. So at some point, women are gonna have to make a choice, right? Am I gonna better myself so I can find and have realistic expectations so I can find someone suitable? Or am I gonna continue down this path and die alone? Now, that was where I'm gonna bring it to that last part. I watched, my great-grandmother was a very strong woman, owned a business in New Orleans. I think I've talked about this, but we'll bring it back up on the channel. She owned a business in New Orleans for 30 years. She asked the women, the women of my family, did they want to take over the business and continue to, keep it going? And they couldn't expand it. With all them working, it was she was a beautician for 30 years. And so had they kept it going, they could have kept the beauty shop going, and all of them could have been making money. They all could have expanded the business and made it something bigger and better. And think about it, if they were a beauty shop, now think about it, with that knowledge, they could have opened up these Sally's and stuff, and been selling hair and all these products. It's $1 billion industry. They could have been still doing hair and selling products. My family could be wealthy right now. Actually, we've had like 5 businesses in this family and they're gone because nobody's thinking ahead. I am, but I'm the lone dude in this. Had the opportunity. No, the women in my family were independent women and they had to do it their way. And they had men, but It wasn't quality men. They didn't want to be controlled. They were doing their thing. Now the women of my family are alone. They're old and they're alone. My aunts, my mom, my grandmother, when she passed away, she was alone. And this was going to happen to modern women. If you continue to go on this, I can do it by myself path, and I'm not willing to work with a man that is willing to try to get our program on par, you're going to die alone. And maybe y'all okay with that. And if you choose that, that's on you. But don't be out here complaining about it. Don't go here trying to chase the fountain of youth because you messed up and you lost it. And you had that good man, but he wasn't good enough. He wasn't exciting for you. You're going to be just like the women in my family, who's the other generation of women that they were that women in there. I don't need no man. You're going to die alone. See what the chat says. A lot of women who want the 1% of guys don't have anything to offer, even the average guys. Absolutely. That's what I said earlier. It's like going to a job interview and it's like, so why should you get this job? Well, I'm here. I am the table. You should just hire me. You imagine going to a job talking like that? But yet and still, modern women do this all the time. I am the table. Well, thank you. I'll consider your resume. You ain't getting no call back. And dudes, like I did a video the other day, it didn't do well, but dudes simping over these women. It's dudes like that that keep these modern women thinking, oh, I got all this attention. They want attention. It don't matter how much you love or whatever, you give them attention, they're going to look elsewhere for it. So you can't win. Let me get back to the chat. He said alone, real talk. First of all, thank you for being here, Mr. GG Zero Money Down, Real Estate Structures. I don't know if you have a channel or not, but everybody, if he does, go and check his channel out. Hopefully he got some good stuff over there. But thank you for being here. This is a discussion that I want to have. And that's right, alone. I'm telling you, I've seen it. I see it in my own family. I didn't watch every move they make. I mean, like really, when I really think about it, I would love to just sit down and have this. I tried to have a conversation with my mom, but she keep going on tangents. She funny though. If I like when I'm going to go see her very soon. I want to sit and film us having a session together because I want her to talk about it. That might be one of the videos where I sit and just talk to my mom, ask her a question about her life and the choices she made. And hopefully some women will see that and say, damn, I don't want to be alone like her. She's been alone so long and been so in her own thing. She don't even know how to talk to a dude. It'd be cool for a little bit. And now she just hardened like a dude. Ain't nobody want that shit. Red said, I got burned out searching block after block, neighborhood after neighborhood, club after club, mile after mile, city after city. I finally came to the hard realization, this isn't the 70s. Nah, man. And that's kind of what this topic is about. Ain't it, Reg? Getting your passport because you can't find too much here. You've tried, you've looked, and there's nothing that's going to be beneficial to you. And what trips me out is these older women will get with you. Let's say you get older, she's a little bit older, younger than you, but older, and they'll still divorce you. Like, are you serious? Okay. Red Smith said, I got my passport and bailed out. Congratulations, brother. I hope that you use that passport and you live your best life. The tagline of this channel, live your best life, okay? I'm not hating on women that go traveling, right? When you go to like in Mexico, you'll see groups of women go down there all the time. Now they kind of herd it up, but I respect them from getting out the country. I respect them just for seeing something different. And if they smart, maybe, just maybe, they may see how those other women value their men. And maybe it might force them to look at themselves and wonder why they are alone and those women have men, or at least fighting for men. Not just coming in and saying, I am the table, but willing to actually duke it out in that interview. Lucy says, when I was corporate, I had a young lady do that to me. What can the company offer me? What? Right. I was like, what can you add to the company? And she was dumbfounded at my retort. Yo, yeah, I've heard this exact same thing. Coming into an interview and then try to make demands of the company that's got to hire you. You don't get to make no demands, not initially. You get to negotiate, try to work and negotiate your salary based on your experience, but you don't get to make no demands of that company. They can just hire other people. You just one of the rusters. All right, let's get back to this. Thank you for that, Lucis. Hopefully somebody understands what you're talking about. Them so-called independent women are gonna die alone. My mother will die alone too. Yours too, Reg? See, that's what I'm saying. A lot of dudes that grew up with like single moms and stuff like that, they are watching. We are watching our mothers, right? Our older mothers now getting ready to die by themselves. We're seeing this in real time. Women, modern women aren't grateful. When they get a good man, they're not grateful for it. I think I put this in the last video, right? At the end of that one with Bianca Gibson. At the end of it, the woman says, here it is, I've been asking for a man, waiting for a man, and when I get him, I'm not appreciative of him. That's the modern woman. And that woman is funny because she did the TikTok, and she had white hair and the nails and all. They don't know how. They don't know how. They don't know how to be wives. Here's the thing. Can men learn some etiquette on treating their women a certain way? Absolutely. But from a man that gets kicked out of his house, if he starts to get it and starts to work, he learns how to be a man just right out the house. Being a man is being able to take care of, provide, do the things that need to get done around your home. We start learning that stuff. We learn it through a variety of ways. And just like we learn off the bat, however, modern women need a woman, a good woman that knows how to be a wife, to show them how to be a wife. But none of them will go ask and get that training because they can do it by themselves. They are independent. They aren't, I ain't submitting to no dude. Do you even realize that Big Mama had grandpa, great-grandfather, whoever? And even though he was the man of the house, her handling business in the house, she was running it low-key without stepping on that dude's toes, without stepping on grandpa's toes. But y'all don't think like that. Modern women don't think. I don't know who plays chess out there. The king only make a few moves. The game is over when the king is taken down, granted. But the queen be making moves. She can move all over the board in any direction. The king can only make one move at a time. The king can't do what it's got to do without that queen moving around doing what it's supposed to do. But that don't make the queen the most important piece on the board necessarily, because the game is over when the king is knocked down. Women used to protect their men, support their men, be there for their men. And that's what the queen does for the king on the chessboard. Mr. GG says, boss, the word is out. Get your passport, get your money together, make free time, schedule, and travel globally. My channel is called Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement Channel. I just did a video on this topic. Hey man, thank you for being here on this channel, right? I also like to shout out all the content creators that come through. So make sure y'all go check out his channel. Don't leave yet, but go check out his channels afterwards and check it out, subscribe to it, you know, and I'm going to check it out afterwards too. Thank you for being here. We have to support each other, you know, we got to have these conversations. And I appreciate you, man. I really do. Okay. So I just told you about that. So here, question of the day. Question of the day. If the available good men make an exodus to other countries to find suitable women, will that cause modern women to change? Why or why not? Now, two things. You guys can, if you want to, there's a link in the description of this video, in the description section of this video, where you can come on the live stream and answer the question and let's talk about it. Or you can drop it down in the chat. I'm still going to read it off. We're still going to talk about it. But this is an opportunity for you guys to come up in the live chat segment. We don't get anybody tonight. We don't get anybody. That's okay. Don't hurt my feelings. But I'm giving y'all an opportunity to be able to come on here and voice what you got to say. All right? To be able to talk about it. Or drop it in the chat. You guys have been doing a great job. Okay? We've been streaming to Facebook and to YouTube tonight. This is the first time I've ever done this. I don't know where the views are coming from, what's going on. I can't see it from the back end. But I finally invested a little bit into this program to be able to have the nice bordering, right? To be able to have all that, the logo and my logo up here, right? So I want to make this nice, man. You know, you guys, y'all make the channel. I've invested a little money to make it a little bit better. I'm on the road right now with my family, visiting family. And I just been setting up, you know what I mean? Like, so, and I'm going to be on the road for a while. So I'm trying to get my bearings together, right? I think we did a live stream while I was on the road. You know, I'm doing the best I can with it. Let me get back to the chat because it's you guys. What do y'all think about the question of the day? Lucy says no. This generation doesn't want to change in mass. Maybe the next generation will make some changes. You know, Lucis, I'm starting to think about it. I want to hear what you guys say. I don't want to put out what I'm going to say first. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll tell you all my thoughts, but I want to hear from you guys first before I put out what my thoughts are on this part of the topic. With the divorce rate being over 50% and 85% of the women in North America executing the majority of the regular breakup and divorces, do you think modern women of any race is even worth it at all? That's a good question. Let me leave that up real quick. I did a, Mr. GG, I did a video recently. We're talking about recent videos. I did a recent video where I asked the question, is marriage worth it nowadays? And I think I made myself pretty clear. At the present moment, as I see it, I do not see marriage being viable. What does it do? It used to be tax breaks. The small tax breaks that you get right now, you lose all those tax breaks as you are paying alimony and all that different stuff like that. Okay? You lose it when you lose half of your assets, whatever it may be. You have investments, you're losing half of that. So yeah, you might've got a few tax breaks, but the tax breaks don't make up for what you lose in assets over the course of, you know, usually 10 years is the mark. After 10 years, you losing a lot of stuff, right? So you're not gonna make that up. So why should it be tax breaks? You can say religious reasons, and I can kind of understand that. I personally don't understand it, but I understand that people have their beliefs, their core beliefs. If you get married for that reason, sure. But if that marriage ends in divorce, apparently somebody in that relationship did not believe in those damn values. And people are getting divorces, whether they're, you know, doesn't matter what denomination or faith, still getting divorces, as Mr. GG suggested. So do I think I don't think when you say, well, to answer your question specifically, is modern women worth it? No, I do not. I do not believe it at all. But we'll get there. Red says it might take 2 generations for women up there to change. And I'm going to tell you why I agree with that. It's kind of alluded to it here when I was talking about it earlier, right? But I agree. It might take a couple generations. I'm going to tell you why in a minute. Lou says marriage to modern women is a negative return on investment. Absolutely. Pardon me, you guys. So yeah, it is a negative return on investment. If anything, it's a depreciating asset. You're going to lose money over time. Not only are you going to lose on that person as they degrade, but then you're going to lose your assets in the process. So yeah, no. Wanda says no. As long as men keep smashing everything out there, this behavior will continue. She will just move on to the next dude. See, this is why I love the women of our chat. This is going to be something controversial, okay? And I also want to, I'm thinking about doing a video on this. So I won't say too much, but I'm going to say what Wanda just talked about. It's unfortunate that it takes for men to get older to be able to control and not think with the head downstairs. For you younger men that might watch this later, some of you might say, you just a sucker, whatever. I'm no sucker. I'm no sucker. Okay? And I'm no scrub neither. Right? But I will tell you that once you start getting on your purpose, you're not trying to be out there with just anybody. Because, yeah, you could smash in this thing and third, but you're wasting your time. As you get older, time is more valuable. The older you get, the more valuable your time is. So if you start bringing in just people that you could just smash, and hear me out on this. It's different if it's consenting adults and you're just trying to have some fun, or you put out your intentions in the beginning. That's fine. We're adults. But what Wanda's talking about is just, you just smashing, reckless abandon, you know, you don't care, skeet up the place, you shooting up the place. And now you're setting yourself up for an 18-year commitment to somebody you might not even be with for 18 years, excluding the kids. You might be setting yourself up for 18. Actually, it's a lifetime commitment. Because, you know, you can separate from them, but you got kids together. So at some point, you're going to see them. All right? So she's right. And that's a whole nother show that I already had planned in my head. Thank you, Wanda. I just didn't know when I was going to put it out. I was going to say, look, it's time to control this thing. And start working on that paper. Start working on investments. Start working on yourself. And you're going to see, you're going to become a better person. You're going to open yourself up to finding better people. Or you just won't settle. And you're going to be living a great time. I'm traveling right now. I'm living my best life. Because I don't have to worry about all that stuff. I don't have anybody that's negative that's weighing me down. I have positive people in my life. Okay? I have elevating presences in my life. Y'all are chatting really well out there. Red says, them women up there are GMFs, genetically modified females. Hey, the genetically modified females are one with the lashes that's like wings and the long nails and so fish lips, and they injecting shit and getting killed because of it. Women are willing to risk death over getting ass injection. Man, kills me. Mr. G said, excellent. I'll join your live panel shortly. Great show, big homie. Drop your link. The link is in the description, Mr. Gigi. If you go to the actual channel, you know, the description section of the channel, it's there. Let me see if I can drop it in the chat, because this thing acts stupid sometimes. I don't know if that'll work that way. But if y'all want to come on, let me know. Jump on there. I'm willing to have the conversation. Uh-oh. I said an error occurred. I guess Facebook didn't like that. Lou says, hold up, Ms. Wanda. The value of women is supposed to be protected by the woman herself. As long as women are loose, the women lose long term. As far as men, that's risky dealing with loose women. That's a great point. Here's another thought, you guys, because you guys both making great points. When it talks about the dudes that go and skeet up the club or get up in there, you know, you hear a lot of like, well, dudes going with sleeping with any woman, but a dude can't get access to the cookie unless he's given access to that cookie. Because if he takes it by any other way, he should be in jail, correct? So women have to be the gatekeepers of the access. Yeah, but he was just playing, and you know, like I just said, and I liked it. But, you know, I told him no, right? Like, look, again, a dude can't get access to the cookie unless the cookie jar is off the lid, unless the cookie jar come off, the lid come off. Again, any other way, that dude should be in jail. Now, guys, you gotta be careful what cookie jar you put your hand in. Your hand in, okay? You gotta be careful about that. And women, you know those cookie jars with the little latches that keep it sealed so you can keep the air tight? You gotta be careful who you open the lid for, who you open them latches and that seal for to give them your cookies. So it goes both ways. It's personal accountability on both sides. Because I will say, dude, you gotta hold yourself accountable for who you laying with. I know you, oh man, I gotta get me some. Okay, that's cool when you're younger. But as you get older, you start realizing not every lay is a good lay. Not every lay is gonna, man, some of those lays you're gonna pay for. Just in time, just in a lack of peace, and lack of you being on your grind. Yeah, okay, let's say you got an armed girl. Yeah, she fine, she bad, but she ain't about nothing. She's superficial. That time you putting into her, it's time you could have been putting on your grind. You're gonna be like us older dudes talking about traveling now, and the dudes, the younger dudes that didn't put their hand in cookie jars, started working on their money, working on their self, working on their time, working on their investments. Them dudes are traveling the world and they still getting the cookies. Sorry about that, Joe. Okay? Mr. Gigi, perfect. That's how to drop your link. I'll be in shortly. Check your StreamYard or room notification. Absolutely. All right. Look forward to it, brother. My passport expires in 2 years. Man, it sounds like you need to renew, T-Mac. You need to get that passport renewed, brother. It's time. All right? Oh, crap. Mine is done in 6. 6 years, I'm about to make the most of these 6 years. Y'all know where I'm going. Y'all know where I'm going. Wanda says, I wholeheartedly agree at Lucis. The woman does need to protect herself. However, men need to be smarter in their choice of women. Absolutely. And women need to be smarter in their choice of dudes. You know, there ain't no good dudes out here. I keep meeting the same type of dudes. Keep meeting the same type of dudes because you want that exciting dude. You want the dude that's flashy. You don't want the regular guy. He ain't flashy, he boring. That's what dudes are dealing with modern women there, Wanda. Again, it's accountability on both sides. I know I talk about modern women, but I'm also talking to dudes too. I always say on this channel, improve yourself, get on your purpose. Those are the 2 things I preach. Because if you're doing those things, I'm not saying you can't have a good time. You're just going to handle your business differently. You're just not going to let everybody up in your space. You're not going to let people that's not worthy be in your presence. And that goes for men and women. So it is what it is. All right. So I told you guys I would tell you what I thought about. There was a question above here. What was the question? Oh, the question was about the mass dating, right? Or what's going to happen? It was the answer to the question of the day. What I thought I was going to tell you guys. Let me bring up the question of the day one more time. Question of the day says, if available good men make an exodus to other countries to find suitable women, will that cause modern women to change? Why or why not? I don't think that in this generation it will cause modern women to change. I think there has to be there's always usually some type of paradigm shift. There has to be a major paradigm shift. So what's going to happen is, right now you're going to continue to see negative birth rates, because people that are more career oriented are going to wait longer and longer to have kids. And so they're not going to have as many kids, or they may focus on their career more, and so they don't have kids at all. Then on the flip side, I think what happens is you're starting to get a segment of men who are avoided by women. And I hope, I don't want to talk about the negatives of that, but I think you're going to have this group of men that's going to get frustrated. And they'll either simp, which that's why I said in that last video, if you simping for these women because you can't get them, and you figure like cash out the money and oh, I'm gonna buy her a drink, I'm gonna be a gentleman, you are causing this to take longer. If every man took control of took control of his member, took control of himself and what he's doing, and said, you know what, I ain't messing with y'all. If you had enough men do that, the upper men, they're not gonna settle for a lot of these women. So there have to be some change. And here's the thing. Then you're gonna start seeing men start making this exodus out of the country or to other places, or even ship women in. I don't really know. I wouldn't bring no woman here though, but that's just me. But you start seeing men are responding to the market that they've been given. The market that men have been given right now is one such that they feel, and you read it all in the chat throughout this whole live stream. This market is such that men are like, I'm done. There's nothing here anymore. What am I here for? So I don't think, it might take a couple of generations. And you have rising cost of inflation, right? As much as these women want to talk about being boss itches, the thing is, you're either going to keep making that money, keep taking on these masculine traits, and you're going to wind up dying alone. Or maybe there might be an attitude change where you realize that men and women need each other. I'm going to let y'all in on something. The poll, like little of the poll, men said anything about a woman being submissive. The majority of it was just having the values and being feminine. Those were the top two answers. Feminine women have some type of moral values or standards. And I alluded to this earlier. Modern women are afraid. I didn't say modern women. I'm talking about like even women up into my age and my generation are scared to get old. They're scared to get old, so they're trying to be out there with their daughters, trying to be friends and buddy-buddy with their daughters, instead of taking on the role of being an elder. Nothing is wrong with being the woman that tells the younger generation, being their elder and not their friend. So, what y'all think about that? Oop, I'm way behind. Wanda says, I tell my son and nephews this all the time. Leave that trash out in the streets. They have trucks to come around and take that once a week. Call waste management. That's right, Wanda. Waste management. That's right. Look, if a man is doing what he's supposed to do, he's not gonna have to take out the trash. Right? I'm gonna use this as a bad example. But now he's recycling. He's being smarter. Right? He's being smarter with his trash. How he gets rid of things, how he organizes and shifts things around. I don't know if that was a good example. I agree, Ms. Michi. In my non-social media life, I bust dudes up on being responsible and accountable. Yeah, listen, there's nothing wrong with being an elder now and saying, oh, look, it ain't about that. Bro, I've been there. I've chased, I've done these things. And I look back and I'm like, man, I didn't really get everything from chasing. All right, yeah. I see you, brother. I see you. I didn't get everything. Like, listen, if anything, dudes that chased hard and now are starting to get it, realize they've done one thing. They've wasted time, and time is very valuable. Okay, let me get to a couple more of these real quick. I'm gonna bring Mr. GG in. Red says, I've been gone over 2 years. South America is beautiful. Yeah, man, I can't wait to get down there, bro. Still trying to figure out which country I want to go to after I go to Mexico here soon. So I'm gonna bring in Mr. GG into the stream. What's happening, Mr. GG?
What's going on, bro?
I just realized I can't hear you unless I put these headphones in. What's going on, my man?
All right, can you hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, now I hear you.
All right, can you hear me loud and clear?
I got you, bro.
Beautiful, beautiful. How you doing tonight, sir?
I am doing well, man. Thank you for coming on to the Simsational Gent.
No problem. I'm from the red pill community, and what I did is I did a simple search, man. I do this on a daily. And so when I type in the word red pill, right? Or I type in the word, this phrase, foreign women versus modern women, or foreign women versus North American women. I typed it in, boom, you popped up like super fast. I'm like, what the heck? So I clicked on it. You were like number 1 and number 2, both in the chat. So I clicked on it, right? And so there was a video you showed like the day before yesterday or something like that, or yesterday, I don't know. So I clicked on that video and I was like, wow, this is a sexy topic. So I went to your videos to see. I said, let me see how many subs you got, how many videos you got. And you were live right now. I said, this man is not playing. Clicked on the video and I was like, wow. Because one thing YouTube does a good job of is any topic that is related to your video or related to what you are interested in, regardless if you have a channel or not, the algorithm would trigger your most search features, which is really great.
Yeah. I've gotten more serious about YouTube this year. Like when I hit January, matter of fact, let me say this. In December, I almost quit.
Okay.
Because I was trying to just do positive content, whatever like that. And it's not that I'm not trying to do positive. I just learned you got to put the medicine inside the tree.
Sure.
And I also kind of put the same terms in my search stuff. So I have a lot of videos that say modern women.
Right. Wow.
Hey, listen, I love that you do that because you just taught me something that I need to start looking at that search term, look under the hashtags, and I'll see different stuff. You know what I mean? Because you might get an idea.
Gotcha. Yeah. So, I mean, it's powerful. I mean, I told a buddy of mine, I'm always on this StreamYard all the time, man. These guys call me in. They want me on their lives. I don't know why. They just do, man. Right. And I'm for real. And on this particular channel I'm on, I don't post really much. It's just mostly real estate content. Yeah. But on my other channel, that's where I get into the nitty gritty. Everything is strictly for men, red pill content and travel content. I get right down to it, though. There's no, we get down to the meats and the potatoes, no fluff, no BS, and we just go right in. But I love the fact, man, that I was able to search you. I tell some guys, they like, well, how the heck did you find me? I didn't know I was part. I said, listen, man, what you got to do is go inside your descriptions and put in at least 50 plus key words that you know that will touch base on your channel. And then also too, what guys are really interested in, like red pill, purple pill, travel globally, money, finances, things that men are interested in. You know, women, like I tell people on my other channel, women have their 50+ head start. Okay, they 50+ head start. Okay,
they had the Ricky Lakes.
You already. I don't know how you are, but 50+ years. They had Ricky Lake. They had Geraldo.
Sally Jesse Raphael.
I mean, hey, they have Oprah to talk all bad on us. Now on the internet, we got our now social media barbershop now. They infiltrated the local barbershop, but now we got the internet barbershop. So welcome
internet
home.
Barbershop, man. I love that because there was nothing like going into the barbershop, man, and just hashing it out.
Yeah.
You know, hashing it out. And so that's why these channels, our channels, are important, because men need a space to be able to talk about this stuff. And I love the women that are part of this channel because they add to the conversation. We try to open dialogue.
Correct.
If anything, that's how Kevin Samuels got it going well. Because there's not the ratchet ones, but the women that are generally like, I want to learn. So tell me a little bit more about your channel, man.
Gotcha. Yeah. So unfortunately, I do have what we call a baby channel. You know, that thing is still growing. And what happened was I made a video that went it performed really good, called Don't Date Single Moms. The reason why, because you'll never, ever as a man be a priority in North America. You will not be a priority.
I might have seen that.
Yeah, so I made that video, right? And the moment I made that video, right, I only made it, man, like one time. And I didn't do any editing, no thumbnails, nothing, man. And before you know it, it was like in lesser than 30 days time, I had thousands of views, hundreds of likes. I was like, what the hell, or whatever. Well, not likes, but, you know, lots of views, man. It was like they're just coming in. I said, wow. And then I wake up at nighttime, look at my email. So-and-so subscribed, so-and-so subscribed, so-and-so subscribed. I'm like, wow, I'm getting comments. Listen, I had so many comments. You would have thought I had easily 10,000 subs, man. Easily. I did not. But yeah, my channel is more to encourage men, you know, of all races, man, shapes and sizes over the globe, because to me, it didn't become more of a racial thing as much, man. No, it's more of a man thing, man, because I'm seeing guys, they come over to my couch and over to my channel in public crying, man. They done got divorced. They got hit by child support, man. You know, a woman they got Me Too, where a woman made fake allegations. The law believed them, and they turned around and they got arrested just going off her word, just whatever she said, you know.
Wow. And
I'm here in Missouri, you know, and the state of Kansas. I'm in Kansas City, Missouri, home of Kansas City Chiefs, okay? And we see these guys getting divorce rape all the time, child support rape all the time. I seen guys they were supposed to bring home like $2,000 and $3,000 checks, and their checks are looking at $118 after working 60 hours. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
It's for real out here, man.
So one of my buddies is going through the same thing. He has to work overtime just to make enough to live. And he doesn't even make enough to live the way he needs to. So, man, look, it's, and he's not the only one. And matter of fact, here's the worst part about his situation. So he's paying back child support. One of the kids aged out. She lied to the court about something. She's lying to the court. She's supposed to go to the court and say, hey, this is done or whatever. And she lied to the court. So he's still paying for a kid he ain't supposed to be paying for. And because, because I said, why'd you go to court? And he said, well, because the time is almost done, it's like, I might as well just finish up. It's like 6 more months or something, or not 6 more months. Should be this year. And he's been struggling.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
So let me ask you a question. Hold on, let me get to the question again. So what do you think about men making this exodus for traveling? You say you talk about travel on your channel. What do you think about why men are making this exodus?
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So essentially, one of the main reasons is, like I always tell women, and a lot of them don't take this to heed, but what we say is this: men are literally, we're just tired of two things. One, your behavior, and two, the decisions that you make. It's just that simple, okay? That's just bottom line, okay?
Yep.
When a man gets tired of your behavior and decisions, and it happens many and many a times, and you still got that small minority saying, well, women are not like that. Oh, women are not like that. It's like I said, like on my channel, man, it's like an alarm. It's getting annoying. And I tell these guys, hey, listen, get your passport and travel. Get out of here. Shout out to Zoom to Thailand. I tell everybody, go to Zoom to Thailand's channel. Go to One Master Teacher's channel. Go to Big Boss. Get Big Boss, the Boss channel, man. These are really supreme channels. Black Man Travels. And see, guys like you who mention travel and encourage guys to travel, we consider you as part of the Black Man's Travel community, man. RIP, man, Charles Tyler. We encourage all this stuff, man, because this is what brothers need to know. You got to remember, in that 50-plus year head start, when we were trying to be the good man and the righteous man, believe it or not, those girls' trips that she was taking to Vegas and Jamaica, she wasn't coming back a long time for a reason.
Right.
Think about it, okay? I'm telling you this. I just did a video.
I just moved from Vegas.
But I'm telling you, I just did a video. I just did a video called "The Nice Guy and the Good Man" versus the Thug and the Bad Boy. Look up that video on the Men's Daily Advice channel. I did that video for a reason, because a lot of guys were taught by single moms or kindergarten teachers and all that crap to be nice and sweet and do all these good things for this woman. And what will happen is eventually you'll get a woman and she'll marry you, take you out, be nice to you, and do all the things for you. But when it come to find out, it was a lie. Yeah. It was a lie from the pits of hell. You have, listen, this only applies, that method only applies to certain cultures. You got to get out of the North American and the Western culture and go to other cultures around the globe that are still indoctrinated with that type of belief, because those women are taught to respect their man, honor their man, and also be a helpmeet and assistant. She's not trying to be both the king and the queen. No, she's trying to play her position as a woman because this is what her family taught her. Over here, they taught to divide the family. Over there, they're taught to keep the family together.
Ooh. Hey, you know what? Man, that was some great jewels. And I love that you said that they were taught to keep the family together, not to divide the family. To play her role. It's like you're on a team, you're not gonna try to play quarterback, running back, wide receiver, then switch over to defense. You're gonna be tired.
That's the perfect example.
He broke it down. Cause the team to lose single-handedly.
Thank you.
Let me get to a couple of these chats.
Sure. Go ahead.
So Lucy says, sorry, Sean, I have to go early this week, but I enjoyed the conversation as always. See you soon. Lucy's a good friend of mine. Check out her channel, you guys. Brick Girls Go Stateside. It's a great channel. Let me go back up. So Lucy talking about dominated search results. I guess I'm doing something right. I don't know. Matter of fact, let me go back to this. You brought up one of the channels, Zoom to Thailand.
Yeah.
His channel is the reason my channel blew up. I watched One Master Travel.
One Master Teacher.
One Master Teacher. I watched his video and I said, why they hating like that? So then I made a reaction video of my own, how I felt about it. And then, we got connected with Zoom to Thailand, and then channel blew up.
I'm telling you, you are officially, man, if you are a passport holder, you are officially part of the Black Men Travel community on YouTube. This community is blowing up. I love it. I got a passport for me, passport for my daughter. I'm a single father.
Ooh.
I told these guys how to get custody of the kids. I tell them how to not bust nuts inside these women. I also tell these guys how to hire family law attorneys and serve her first. I tell them all the dark secrets that the female don't want you to know in North America, right? I tell them all these things or whatever, right? And I'm hoping I can touch just a few 20 and 30 and 40-year-old men out there, because a lot of the old school guys, there's still a lot of old schoolers out there that are thinking the only thing you got to do is be nice, hand her money, be a man, and everything will be okay. But what he doesn't realize that this is a new day and generation. As long as she got access to the internet and the phone, she's going to always have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of men hitting her up in her inbox, text messaging, email, whatever it may be. But in those second and third world countries, it's not like that, man.
Right.
If you don't believe me, if anybody want to challenge me on this, check this out. Only thing you got to do is, let's say you go on an international dating site, all right, and you find a Colombian woman from Colombia or Philippines, it don't matter. If she got an IG account, I guarantee on that IG account, she's not going to have like several hundred people following her like that, because the governments are not designed to actually spoil those women to get as much attention as they would here in North America. Think about that.
That's what I was going to say. I'm going to say that whatever is going on with social media and TV and reality shows, it's like, I want to say this right. It's never enough attention. It's like they're a bottomless pit of needing that attention, that affirmation. They'll never get enough. And even if you get with a woman and she's needing that, modern women, you can never compliment her enough. You can never give her enough. You can never tell her she's the most beautiful woman enough.
Never.
And she'll still look for it from someone else. Look at Aisha Curry.
Yes.
You got a good man. You're well taken care of. Your family is beautiful. And she wants thirst attention.
Thank you.
Why?
Thank you.
Why? So
because like I said, it's about the culture. I'm a big Tom Leykis fan. Go look it up. Go to blowmeuptom.com. Subscribe to it. Pay the membership. It's worth every dollar and every cent. Even listen to his old content applies to today. That's what's interesting. His old content of don't date single moms, don't get married, right? Hey, and he even said it. Start focusing on women across seas. He said, "I'm done. Wow. Focus on women across seas." He said, because it's about the culture and the upbringing. These women in United States and Canada, they are fucked up. You know, even the United Kingdom and Western regions, countries. United Kingdom and
kind of getting there.
Yeah, they're fucked up. They're influenced by the United States and Canada like big time, man. Yeah. And so what we got to do now, man, is what's going to happen is this. And I told people on my channel this. It's going to take a minimum of 20 plus years for women and also our legal lawyers and our legal lawmakers to die off.
Yes.
Once they die off, there's going to be a new generation, a new face of people that's going to look at this situation and say, hey, this situation is fucked up. We need to make a change to this. Now, I know what my grandpa did, my grandma did, I understand, or my dad did, but hey, they're gone, whatever. I got to make a change and we got to do this right. I'm telling you, it's going to take at least 20 plus years. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. It could be worse. But At least I tell people, sit back, get your passports, and for about 20 plus years, just go out there and then just peep the scene. Get your money here. Get your money here, because in North America, this is one of the best places in the world to get your money and your benefits. And then once you get the cash flow coming in weekly, monthly, every 2 weeks, it doesn't matter. Then move your ass out there. Don't bring that woman here. Move your ass out there, man. That's just how you do it. And live off your United States dollar. That's real dollars, man.
So you may not know this about me, but I'm I'm actually moving to Mexico very soon. So
okay,
I'm visiting family right now around the country before I go. But I've been out of the country, but I haven't lived like months. And this is a unique experience for me. So I'm going to do that on the channel, show everybody what I'm going through, what I'm doing. And I hope it's a blessing to people. Let me get back to a couple of these chats. Red Smith says, if that guy in New York was down in Latin America somewhere, living his life ain't no way he would have went to a subway and shot all those people. He became frustrated. No woman to love him. Oh.
He must be talking about that thing on the news, man, that happened.
Yeah.
Man. It was something that popped off on the news about that, man.
That's crazy because that dude gave himself up. And the look on his face is someone that's just done. It didn't look like he was bitter or mean toward any one person. He just done with this. Done with this, the way the society is kind of degrading right now. You know what I mean? So I'm not condoning, let me put that out there. No one's condoning what he did. We're saying you can see how somebody could snap in this environment.
Yeah.
Without help, without other brothers to talk to, a family system, someone to love you.
Yeah.
You can see how a person will snap. Let me get to the next one.
Yeah, and they could have been. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, they could have been the nicest, kindest person in the world, man. And it's sad, man. But the whole thing is this, and Kevin Samuels talked about this. Look at the rate of the highest suicide rate, man. It's men or women in North America, man. Think about it, man. Most guys will actually commit suicide, man, compared to a woman. That's just how it is, Yeah. A woman to go depressed and actually, man, hold all that stuff in for like several years ago, man, to come. But a man he could be the most nicest, most, man, elegant person on the face of the planet, man. But if he's put up with so much over time, you wouldn't know when he's going to explode. It's just how guys operate, man. It's crazy.
And that is why us men are asking for peace when we come home. We need that soft, feminine touch that women have that we don't have. We need that. Y'all keep us from women, ladies. That keeps us from exploding every day.
I'm telling you. And
we may not even seem grateful all the time for it, but it helps us. It really does.
Thank you.
It really does, man.
Thank you. Click the like button. This man is spitting jewels, man. Everything that is on our mind, he's giving you guys a taste of how to keep your man and not lose your man. Click the like button, man, and share this video, please.
I feel like Kevin. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I feel like Kevin Samuels, though, man. I want good outcomes for good men and good women. I really do. The problem is the few women that do operate in a certain way, they're not finding, people are not finding each other. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so guys are like, I'm done, and the good women aren't going up to the right dudes, or they're just standing back themselves. So, we gotta get to, let me get to a couple of these chats. Peace and cooperation. Thank you, Reg. Lucy says the internet barbershop. That's true.
They should join. They need to join us. These guys in the chat, they need to quit playing and join us in the chat, man. Come on, man. Click on the link. These guys they hot in that dang old chat. They need to quit hiding, quit playing. Come on and click on the link.
Hey, Lucy's be always dropping bombs, man. Always dropping bombs in this channel. All right, Lucy says she had to leave. T-Mac says, 2 phrases women need to understand. When a man is ready and when a man gets tired.
Facts.
Damn. All right. T-Mac be dropping knowledge too. All right. T-Mac says, preach, bro. The reason why so many good bros finish last is because men are taught simping at an early age. Now that's this generation, man. Like, Matter of fact, I ain't gonna just say this generation. When the fathers weren't in the home about a generation ago, our age, you know what I mean, back a little bit. I got grown kids, so I'll tell you how far back I am. So that was the point where you had some of the women teaching their sons to be this kinder, gentler dude. Now, it wasn't quite where it's at today. These dudes are getting taught completely to be kinder and gentler. The moms were being strong, but they weren't able to teach us to be men. And I'm fortunate that I had the guy across the street who had a family and a wife and a kid who would let me use his lawnmower. I had Mr. Van Court. He's an older gentleman. I would pluck weeds for them. I went to the military. I had those men. My uncle would pop up, and so I was fortunate enough to get to see just enough men. I played sports, so I had coaches, man, that really cared, man. So that's how I got my indoctrination into good men, being a good man. What about you?
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, man. And one thing I also talked about on my partner's channel, Carlos, the Red Pill Travel. Go to his channel, Carlos, the Red Pill Travel. You need to go to this man's channel, okay? We talked about passport rage, red pill rage, and then also how we grew up as men. And unfortunately, the majority of us in North America were grew up by single moms. I was one of them. I grew up with a single mom. And then also to the second part was my father. But my father, which I did not notice when I was a child, right? She was holding me away from my father. So when I had to grow up in my teen years, right, I had to discover who my father was, what he did, And me and my father, we didn't get along, all this other stuff. My mom didn't either. And I had to discover about the child support game. I mean, there was so much I was laced with, man, in my teen years, I was sleep on. But to answer your question, where I learned a lot of my knowledge from was the majority of my life, right, was from the streets. Okay, so it was like, let me give you a breakdown. It's like 40% was my mom.
Yeah.
40% was my mom. All right. Then you got another 45%, right, which was from the streets, right? Okay. And then like the rest of it came from like my dad, and half of it was finding out myself or whatever,
Right.
And even in my 20s, late 20s and 30s, I started finding out about the red pill community. And when I found out about the red pill community, right, I was like, said, after I find out, I thought, here in Kansas City, I thought I was the only guy that was going through this shit. You understand? I thought I was the only guy until I started seeing in the red pill community on YouTube and on Facebook, guys was popping up everywhere, man. New Hampshire, man, Massachusetts, California, man. I mean, Texas. I mean, Wyoming, guys over there in British Columbia, in Toronto, Canada. And I was like, what the fuck? And they had like the exact same stories that I could relate to from a single mom telling us to be nice, sweet, gentle. The kindergarten teacher and the first grade teacher being nice, sweet, and gentle. And then you'll get all the women, or you'll marry and all this stuff. And come to find out, I wasn't the only one, man. And so I became red pill. It wasn't easy taking the red pill, because back in my blue pill days and my purple pill days, I was fighting the hell out of the reality that women were not, and hear me, were not evil. I thought in my mind they were angels and all this other crap. Until I had to swallow it. I had to gobble it down, man. I had to drink my own drink with it of choice. And before you knew it, when I woke up out of the red pill rage, it taught me a valuable lesson. And that is that you have to accept female nature for what it is. You have to, okay?
Yeah.
Female nature is female nature. You cannot change or modify female nature. It's just what it is. I had to learn myself, okay, that when it comes to female nature, is that women are wired, in my opinion, right, and also in the MGTOW opinion also too, right, is that women are wired to be attracted to things that are bad for them, okay? This is just how they are. We don't know. They're attracted to things that are bad for them, okay? All right? You want a woman in life that knows that, okay, I know I'm attracted to that thing, but she has to repress the thing that is inappropriate for her. She has to look herself in the eye, in the mirror, and think to herself, okay, I know this guy got a shitload of tattoos, shitload of piercings, got a criminal record. I also know he beats the hell out of women. I know he's in and out of prison. He's on death row. I know he is bad for me. And I know for a fact, if I put myself in that situation and get rid of this good man for that man, there's no coming back.
Right.
I have to know that there is a bad consequence for this. You want that type of women. But the problem is this, the women in North America, right? They figure in their mind they're that type of women for the moment, but they'll never be that woman forever.
Ooh. Yeah, because you, like, I talk about it on this channel all the time, about doing the work, putting the work in on yourself. And I also said it earlier, a lot of women will not go to therapy. They will not get those issues exercised out and think you can go from being from the streets and then become a wife. It's just not going to happen. You're not going to go from being for the streets and then think you're ready to take care of home. So, hey, that's some. Now, let me get to a couple of these.
Sure.
T-Mac says his channels like this speak life into the bros who don't hear the truth. Absolutely, T-Mac. Wanda says absolutely. Those women in foreign countries are very submissive. It's true. They're taught to play a woman's role and let men lead the household. I say this all the time, bro. I always say that women have told me that they need to feel like they're nurturers, that they need to feel like I want to have a kid because I have to have this. Like, and something inside of them is like, I have to be a mom. It's in their nature to be that person, nurturer, right? That's what they're supposed to be. Let me put it that way. Supposed to be. I said the equivalent for a man is I need to be able to take care of my home and be the leader of that home. Like I need it. A good man is like, I need this. Just like a woman says, I have to take care of my home. I have to nurture this home. And I think that where the disconnect between this society now is that not having that need grounded in, or actually modern women don't understand that men have that need as strong as they have the need to be mothers. They will be mothers on their own. I don't need a dude to do this. I don't need a man to be a father in the home. We need to be able to be the leaders and the kings of our home, just like they need to be moms. What you think?
Thank you. I hope you guys are taking notes out there, man, because this man is jumping gems. You better click that like button, man. You're going to regret it. You'll regret it. They're going to be thinking about this about 2, 3 a.m. in the morning when they get up and go use the restroom, get some water or something. They're going to be like, man, I'm going to subscribe, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that, brother. Lucy says, boom, foreign non-modern culture is taught to keep family important. I couldn't have said it better. Yeah, man. I mean, hey, you talk about me dropping bombs. That's you too, bro. That's you too. All right. Let's see. Let me get past that. Wanda says, I said the same thing in one of my lives. Being married to an African man, Nigeria, we always keep family first and foremost. No room for negative girlfriends poisoning our marriage. Ooh, that's a topic in and of itself. First of all, let me say, if you guys, let me bring this back up on the screen. If you guys aren't subscribed to Wanda's channel, Wanda has a family-oriented channel. Go subscribe to this woman. Always contributes to this channel. Good friend of mine, always been here. And she will get in the mix and let's talk about it, okay? So I really appreciate that. Real quick, before let me get to there, some more of these chats.
Shout out
I'm
to
out,
Wanda.
Gotta go. Don't spend too much time fooling with them women up there. Get your passport and get the flying. Thanks, Reg. He always be on the channel. Thank you for supporting. Later.
Thanks,
I appreciate
Reggie.
you, bro.
Thanks, Reg.
This dude right here. I see you, KC.
KC, Kansas City, Kansas City.
And then Luce says, modern women are for the streets and know that. Women know that they are loose in trouble, but dream of manifesting the Disney dream of a sucker. Prince Charming saving them. Hey,
thank you.
That's another thing.
Thank you.
It's part of the indoctrination from a kid.
He set it up. He summed a lot of that stuff up. I mean, why is he not here on the stream with us? I do not understand.
Oh, we'll get him on here. Yeah. So
he's coming with nuggets. He's not sugarcoating nothing. He's like, hey.
He never does. Ever does. So
wow.
Listen, the gents on this channel, man, if go read the comments, you'll see these same dudes.
Okay.
You'll see these same gents.
Okay.
And they drop in paragraphs. And you know what? Unless I'm pressed for time, one of the things that helped grow this channel, I believe, is I take time to thoughtfully answer everything. Even people that disagree with me. And I'll go ahead and drop a paragraph. And one dude said, man, you didn't come at me sideways. You know, like he didn't agree with me. And he's like, oh, you wrong. And this, that, and the third. And I said, look, man, this is what I said. I did a timestamp. I said, I did say this, and went through and thoughtfully showed him, hey. And then I said, I did a live stream where I did say, Will Smith was wrong for slapping Chris Rock, right?
Yeah.
And this is why. And he said, man, you came at me right, man. And I said, listen, I want to have a conversation. Everybody gets so in their feelings. Let's talk about it. If I'm wrong, I'm a man enough to admit I'm wrong. Or, hey, I didn't see that perspective.
Sure.
You know? And it's not even just me being right. You guys are saying, y'all dropping big knowledge. And so I hope that the young men hear this. I hope that the dudes don't have to go through our mistakes to learn the lesson. So that's what these channels exist for, man. You know what I mean?
Thank you. One thing I like about what you just said and Zuna Thailand said was this. And shout out to the Kosher Coalition. You need to go to that man's channel. I'm telling you, that man. I know. Go to Kosher Coalition. Type it in, y'all. Kosher Coalition. Listen, I was on Zuna Thailand and Kosher Coalition channel, but this particular night I was on Kosher Coalition channel that had Zuna Thailand on there, and the father of travel, one of the fathers of travel, Al Greaves from the movie Frustrated. All right, you need to look at it. Frustrated Women, the documentary, right? He set the foundation of why brothers want to travel. Go look at it. If you have not seen Frustrated 1, he's about to come out with Frustrated 3, right? You need to look at it. Trust me. You will thank me later after you see Frustrated 1. Type in the engine Frustrated Brazil or Frustrated Men Traveling. You will love it. Okay, trust me. But anyway, the point I'm trying to say, regards to what he was saying, is Zuna Thailand came on the channel and he was telling his positive experience in Thailand. Positive experience. There was one brother that came on there talking about, well, you can't be talking about all the positive experiences. You need to talk about the negative or whatever. I know a dude that got juiced by a woman over there and she took him for his money and he got hurt and all this. And Zuna Thailand said, man, listen, I'm just telling, I haven't had nothing.
I haven't had that experience. I remember.
Thank you. Y'all, you must have been on that. He said, I had nothing bad to say about it because these are my experiences from what I've experienced, okay?
Right.
That particular person may have had a bad experience, but for me, I've had nothing but positive experiences, right? And, you know, of course, Culture Coalition came in and he shut them down, basically saying, because he said, well, I don't understand Thai women, so I went all the way to Thailand to find me a white girl and mess with women that don't know the language out there. And he's like, you came from the United States to go out there for white women? Yeah, man, I was messing with man, a lot of guys was clowning the dude, man. I shot Culture Coalition a $100 super chat in there, man, telling him, man, you need to keep this party rocking. Culture Coalition sat up there and talked to the guy. And the guy was like, yeah, y'all need, and Coastal Coalition checked him. He was like, hey, man, basically, I'm just summarizing what he said. Coastal Coalition said, hey, man, you're not going to cut me off, man, on my channel, man. And he was like, man, no, I'm just trying to summarize what you know. He said, I ain't trying to summarize nothing. He said, I feel your energy. You coming off negative, man, you know. And he said, well, whatever, you can do whatever you want. He said, what? Boom. And he clicked them off, man, off the StreamYard or whatever. Yeah. And everybody's like, ooh. But the point I'm trying to relate to what you were saying was this, is that you can only relate from your experience, man. Your experience can be totally different from mine. The next thousands of guys out there, the next woman, your only experience, you know. So when it comes to negativity in the chat, right, I'm glad you do discuss it. But at the same time, if that negative energy came to me, I do not give into it. I just don't. They're entitled to their opinion. Okay, fine, cool. Because I got women who come in my chat and tell me, well, why in the world are you telling these guys don't say single moms or whatever? They should be able to say single moms and whatever. And of course, I said everything on my channel, right? Where's the benefit if a man decides to date her and also wife up her many of kids by multiple kids' dads and multiple thugs? Where's the benefits in it? And they cannot answer that question at all. There's no solution to it.
Right.
There's none. But when if she's a good woman? No, it doesn't matter. Pookie, Ray, Raekwon, Tay Tay, Day Day, all them, right, whatever, right? They should be there to help you. Not the good man, not the great man. They should, the guys you chose to open your legs to them guys. You chose it, not us. You chose them. So now you gotta deal with it.
Right.
We're trying to protect the good men out there who haven't ran into you yet, to not run into you, to go over across seas and find a woman, right, who actually has lesser than 3 body counts that he can actually settle down with.
No, you're right, man.
I'm done.
You're right, bro.
I don't went off, man. Hey, shout out to Bud Light. I'm drinking a Bud Light, man. But yeah, Bud Light Lime.
Yeah,
but yeah, man.
I'm at Sam Adams Cold.
Are you Sam Adams? But yeah, man. But it's real, you guys, man.
That's the other thing we do. Every Wednesday, I always got the drink of the day. I always got the drink of the day. So what y'all sipping on today? Let me know. Mm-hmm. Let me know in the chat.
The barbershop channel, I forgot his channel. He talks on travel, and he said they got like a sip Friday, like every Friday, man. They come in to the StreamYard, boom. Everybody come in there and say, what you drinking, what you drinking, what you sipping? They're like, boom, like everybody crash in. That's why I said this is the barbershop. This is going to be the barbershop internet. I'm telling you, for the men, I'm telling you for real. Because brothers is coming out and speaking out, and women ain't liking that. Especially women who's independent, don't need no man, and possessed with feminism. And, you know, they're not liking this. They're not liking this. Let's go to the chat, man.
Let me get this. Jamel of Scotland, Neck, thank you for being here, brother. Al Grease said it best. Why should I force to eat from the garbage can? Yeah, man. You better eat. Look, this is what I'm bringing. I am the garbage can.
Did you see Frustrated, man? Did you see Frustrated one yet?
I haven't, man.
You need to listen. The man, he's not playing. Like, go to it. Go listen. Go to Frustrated one, and then go to Charles Tyler's channel. Charles Tyler Pass. He was like the foundation of the Black travel movement. He was the foundation. And after that, boom, brothers started coming out. Man, you got Dennis Pierre. Go to Dennis Pierre's Brazil channel. Yeesh Giannis Brazil channel. Zoom to Thailand. Master Teacher. I want to say Master Teacher.
Zoom to Thailand. Hold up. Zoom to Thailand. Richie Mack. I talk to him all the time. That's big brother. Like him and I chat all the time.
Oh my God! Wow.
He be sending me his goofy ass reels. So hit me up on after this, bro. Hit me up on my IG because that's how him and I keep in touch too, right?
Yeah, so, personally, I don't use IG at all. No, I do a lot of my business on Skype. You know, I'm a big Skype guy, and then also WhatsApp too. I was on a Zoom to Thailand channel with the guy. His name is Andre and Andrea, and he actually got his woman from Colombia. Then he put us up on some knowledge. Like Zoom to Thailand had like over, man, the comment section was like damn near like 1,300 people in the comment section, man. Yeah. It was insane that night. And man, when he launched, man, the guy from I think it's Andre to Andrea. This is what he said, man. He said, man, what you guys need to do is, man, get a WhatsApp group, start forming it. Once you form it, this WhatsApp group's gonna be completely offline, and you guys get like a mastermind and just start brainstorming and talking about everything. And then after it gets bigger, just start a membership fee of like $25 a month or whatever, $5 a month. And more people start contributing, the more serious it'll be. And it makes like perfect sense, you know, for real.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a little bit of knowledge to kind of learn from it, you know, if you want to take it and run with it, you know. I'm down if you want to do it or whatever, you know, even on Skype, you know.
But I'll get with you before we end the stream. But like all my contact info is always in my description because I want you to hit me back. We should do this again.
I can go to your about tab or your community tab and see that information in there too.
Okay, right? Yeah. All that's in there.
I'll click on the about and I'll let you know. Okay. Because usually in the about, everybody got their personal information there, which is good.
I try to. All right. Wanda says, Sean, you need to invite at Mr. GG back for a full segment. This is just what your platform needs, a group of knowledgeable men with open dialect. Salute. Yeah, she's right. You know what I mean? Look.
Homegirl, listen, man. Homegirl, listen. All right. I'm surprised you're not on the stream with us either. Okay. All right. He's talked very, very highly of you, you know, and we need more women to actually speak out. See, look, we came up with this formula in the red pill community. There's maybe what we call them Nawals, right? Not all women are not like that, right? And there's maybe 3%, maybe 5% in the country, right, of North America, right? And they're rare, right? And these are the women who actually, right, are women who are not interested in getting a guy exactly for his resources, but actually accepting the guy for what he is. And also, too, she's going to respect him just like she needs to be respected. Now, can we find these women? Of course, but they're not often and easy to be found. They're found predominantly, in my opinion, outside of North America. Because after I've seen so many guys, right, and I used to be I'm telling you, man, I was dipped in blue pill. Let me tell you, in the blue pill days, listen, I mean, for real, I'm thinking about this movie Trailer Park Boys, and there was this guy named Leahy, and he drowned in this blue liquid, man, and he was dipped in all like royal blue. It was nasty, man. But anyway, that it's a funny episode on Netflix. But anyway, I was dipped in so much blue pill to the point my dad and my brothers and everybody was telling me, go to the Navy, man, go to the Army, get in any branch. Hell, even Master Teacher was still preaching that stuff. Go to the Army, go to the Navy. You'll never forget it. And before you know it, I was like, no, like a little beta bitch. No, I want to get shot. And what if I don't get to see my mom and my dad or whatever? And they were like gaming me at the end. I didn't see the game. They were like, man, they gave me so much knowledge. They was like, hey, man, what you're going to do is get a job that is behind the fucking desk that doesn't have you out in the field. And I said, really, you can do that? Yeah. And this doesn't have to be a job you like. Just get it, because you're going to get the future income for the rest of your life. 20 years. Just do it, man. And they're going to pay for your passport. They're going to pay for your education. They told me all this. I did not know this shit. Here I go. Later on, one kid later, I got baby trapped. Long story about that. Okay, I said that on my channel. And before you know it, they were absolutely right. They were trying to warn me that, hey, if you get in here when you don't have any kids, don't have any hookups, don't have any attachments, right? Then in the future, you'll be able to travel and see the women that you want of higher quality. And also to live off the government's money. I did not see that until now. So yeah, shout out to Master Teacher. He does know what he's talking about. Book a consultation with that man is worth every single dime. I've done it. And yes, he is right. So I'm telling you guys, man, again, and this man, Sean, he's right. Get your passport, get your money together, get a schedule together, and travel, man. These guys are not playing out here, man.
So see, I did that. So I went to the Navy, right?
Yes.
I had a career in engineering, and I did my 20 years. I'm not responsible to anybody. You know, I got my son, but
that's what I'm saying. You got you got your income coming in. You don't have any responsibilities of attachments. and you are free to come and go as you please as long as you are not married and have kids. That's it. I live out the Tom Leykis rule, and that is that if a person does not have any kids, you're not married, or you don't have like a business relationship tied in with someone like that, you're in the most powerful position right now. Hell, if you don't even have a job but have an income coming in, you're in a powerful position. You're right behind the 8 ball right now. Like it's the reality of it, you know. As long as you have not given in to the laws of women and how women function to extract resources from us, you know, then you're in a perfect position. Perfect. When you go to Mexico, all right, when you go to Mexico, right, and listen, you guys, when he goes to Mexico, when he does the filmings, please go to the lives. It's going to be worth it. There's a guy I listen to. He's in Tijuana right now, white boy down here doing his thing. He films twice a week, man. Big ass bottles of tequila, man, and beautiful women. It make me question: should I go to which country? I mean, for real. And he had these women live on the interview, man. These are bad women, man. Nothing below 7. Nothing below 7.
I want to do those interviews because I want the gents to hear what they think and how they think about it.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
I don't
and
like
the biggest thing we brothers love to hear about also too is the language barrier along with the traditional. Right. We want to hear about the language because a lot of people say don't go to Mexico because the language barrier. You can't speak Spanish, you're out. But I've heard on another side where guys who cannot speak a lick of English that go down there. They have plenty of interpreters. You're more attractive if you don't speak it. Like, what?
Well, yeah. Look, you speaking Spanish and you're speaking at like a first grade level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Dude, I'm telling you, They said the same thing in Colombia and El Salvador too, right? They were saying that, and Costa Rica too, if you speak basic elementary Spanish, right? Even just making the attempt to learn it, the women will love you. They'll still love you if you just speak English because you're coming in the country. Right. And the fact is, you're black. You got access to the United States dollar, okay? And the fact also, too, you're coming to their country as a newbie. That's what makes our value increase, man.
Yes.
I've seen it online, talking to these women on WhatsApp and shit and Skype, man, or whatever, right? And I'm like, I go off like, you know, just on lectures and tangents. They ask me things about it. And I had a woman tell me like in Africa and also Thailand, yes, my master.
Damn.
Thank you.
Goddamn.
I swear to God. I said, listen, I'm in the room by myself. I put the phone down. I said, damn, is there an American woman looking?
Yeah, because look, you're going to get hated on for that one.
I'm telling you.
You're going to get hated on for that one. Master. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you go to Mexico, you're going to clean up, man. You about to clean up, man. Yeah. I mean, for real. You gonna clean up. You ain't got no responsibilities, man. That's where you got the upper hand on a lot of us guys at.
I'm not. I'll tell you this. 2 things. First of all, let me read. First of all, Lucy said he's sipping on gin with a splash of lime. That's his thing. He also says, I've enjoyed being part of the previous live streams. He said, but this one tonight is fire. Thank you for being on here, bro. Appreciate that.
That's my boy. Join the stream, man.
We got to get Lucis on here.
Look, man, he needs to be on here. He need to quit playing, man, for real.
And then Wanda says, I second that. Now, I want to answer something you said. I'm actually not going on there for what people say. I wrote down at the age of 17 in my yearbook, my senior book. And, you know, it asks you all these questions. Where do you see yourself and stuff like that? And I said, I want to travel. I wanted to retire at the age of 26, but whatever. Okay, we got a little further past that. But I wanted to retire young because I never understood why people retire when they get old and now you can't do shit. So I never understood that. And then I got into a car accident 7 years ago. And that made me say, get busy living or get busy dying. So I wrote out 5-year plans, and I'm on my second 5-year plan. What I'm about to do, I wasn't supposed to do till 2025. I just got on my grind, man, and just started grinding it out. Paid all my debts off, got my credit up. Bro, look, you may not see it, but like, I works. I set plans and I make them shits happen. So part of it was, where do you want to go? I'm kind of more partial to Latin culture. So I've been on Duolingo for 410 days straight.
Wow. Oh my God. That's over a year, man.
Yeah. I haven't missed a day.
Wow. But yeah, because I downloaded it, and they actually give you notifications like if your friends or the people passed you up. I said, huh, they do that? Like,
so it makes you keep going, man. You know what I mean?
Motivation.
And it's simple. And you know, like, I like it, bro. It's been the best way for me to learn. And then when I worked in my restaurant, I worked out from women from Guatemala and a couple dudes from Mexico I'm friends with, and just a lot of people I worked with in Las Vegas. And I would practice my Spanish with them. So it's always better when you're immersed in it, but it's getting me some help to, you know, start working certain things out. So listen, you gotta set your plan in motion. That's why I always say on this channel, work on yourself, find your purpose, work on it, live your best life. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So,
gotcha. So how long have you held your passport so far, and do you have stamps?
Yes. So the first times I was traveling, you didn't need your passport to leave the country, right? Like I went to every part of Canada. Went to Mexico before, but you only needed your ID to get across before, right? And so I held off in the military going to the other places because I was trying to stay near home in the Navy, right? I was okay with waiting. So I've been to Mexico a few times, been to Canada, Niagara Falls, Montreal, Vancouver. I've been to both sides of Niagara Falls. I haven't been to Toronto. So my out of country experience to me is limited. And what I'm doing now is doing what I said I was going to do. The goals I set as a kid.
I see. Gotcha. Yeah, because I asked because I'm still a virgin. I have not got my passport stamp yet. I have not. Okay. Yeah. I did get a passport for me and my daughter. I had to go to court and request what we call a modification of custody because, you know, my daughter's mom, you know, she wanted to become a complete B and be difficult, you know, for me not to get my daughter's passport. So I took her.
Did she think you was going to take her or something?
Well, you got to remember, man, this is North American women thinking, okay? In their mind, right? When they got a kid, they think that the kid is their prize, their present, their gift to God, and then also to their tool. Okay, you have to remember that. Okay, have that tattooed in your brain. Tattooed in your brain. Okay, all right. So what you have to do, and I tell these guys on my other channel too, and on my other buddy's travel channel too, is that when you have a kid, right? Don't have it in your head that you guys are going to be together forever. No, you have to remember that this woman's going to change your mind 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay. And long story short, you know, we went to court. I can tell you some dark stuff on there, you know, that really will fuck you up if you want to do another. If you want to do another stream on the Bread Pill Rage, yes, I will.
Actually, I've been thinking about that the whole time. Yeah. We need to just do one. Yeah. I got an idea for it. I'll tell you about it later.
Yeah, we call it. Yeah, name it Red Pill Rage versus Passport Rage. You know, Red Pill Rage versus Passport Rage. Yeah, because there's a couple guys I got on the stream about that topic, and we all vented. We were on there for like 4 hours just going in, man, like, whatever, like, because everybody's experience was different, and we had so many guys just come in the chat like, and
I think
because
I think Red Pill Rage would be its own live stream, and that's what I was thinking. How did you get there? How did you know what I mean? Because you started talking about certain things earlier, and I'm like, yo, he got a story. We all got a story. How do you go from blue pill to red pill?
Yes.
Red, purple, red, black, whatever pill. We've all been through those stages. And I was going to make a video on it, and I got the perfect clip for it. But I'm like, I need a little bit more before I do that. But a live stream where you start to put out the stories.
You got my support. You got my support. If you do it, Red Pill Rage versus Passport Rage, and what's the experiences or whatever. And you want to get some guys who are travelers, because what I found in this community, a lot of guys I did not know from the travel community were Red Pill. I did not know until I learned. I was a shallow bastard, man. I was thinking in my mind, every single woman on this planet was the same. I thought that when I dipped that red pill, I said every single woman was the same. Until I learned about the travel movement and these guys who taken the red pill and understood that it's not about the fact that all women are the same. No, it's about the culture, the place that you are located at, and you have to vet these women appropriately. You have to.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
There was an African guy on the channel, and he said this, right? Master Teacher did a review on it, and the one guy said, man, he said, you need to, no, Black Man Travels, BMT. He did an interview, and the guy said it. He said, man, African guy came out, and they were doing like an interview with the guy, and the guy said, listen, I tell you guys, stay away from first class countries. And first class, first thing that came to my mind was what? First world countries. Countries like Canada, United Kingdom, United States, right? First world countries, where the technology's advanced, the governments is spoiling the women. If you want to find a woman of value, stay away from those countries. You want to go to second and third world countries, man. They're going to be more submissive.
Hold that thought, because I have a question for you. I have a question for you. Give me a second. T-Mac says, told you, Mexico act like they never saw a brother fall. They be tripping. The locals be starstruck about brothers for real.
He's for real. That dude is not playing, man.
No, T-Mac always makes me laugh, man.
You might need to reshare the link again inside the chat. Just repost it again.
Yeah, let me see.
Repost the link and say join the repost it again and put it inside of there. Join us, please! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Because it's real. I have not. My little brother right now. He went to Mexico. I think it was Guadalajara or something like that, man. And he told me, man, I'm really thinking about actually going down there, marrying her, and bringing her up. And I said, why the fuck would you do something stupid like that?
Hell no, that's asinine. Hold on, real quick.
Yeah.
Used to say, I gotta go, but this was awesome. I'm gonna get to GG's page. Hey, Lucis, thank you so much for coming here. You always support, man. You always dropping gems. This dude is one of the real ones right here. He's one of the gents. So
that's the guy I wanted to join the channel. He should have joined us. The name of my channel is called the Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement Channel. Again, Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement Channel, where we give guys daily advice on daily things that they have no idea that we talk about as older guys that we want to give to the younger guys or just guys in general. And we want to encourage guys period, man, that, hey, they're not the only one going through this damn shit, man. We are too.
Daily Advice and what?
Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement Channel. It is a small baby channel. I'm telling you this. It's about 200 something subs on there. But I've been getting lots of likes on it. I don't know why or whatever, right? And I don't know, man. I just been giving guys the gems. I just made a video like I think it was yesterday, the day before. Yeah, and when I shot that video out, I did not expect it's like 20-something minutes long, man, or whatever.
Well,
I shot that video out. Yeah, I shot that video out, man, and as soon as I shot that video out, I had like subs hitting me up. Hell, I even had chicks from like elementary school hitting me up talking about, I didn't know you do this. Yeah, but that shit fucked me up. I was like,
oh.
I didn't listen. When you take the red pill, I'm telling you guys, man, and join a community of like-minded men, you'd be surprised who is actually keeping you out, man. You'd be surprised, man, for real. And I
just dropped the link in the chat real quick. I just dropped the link in the chat to GG's channel. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit this brother up. We're going to have him back on the show. We're going to talk about all this stuff in the future. Look forward to it, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. You know, and I'll post my Skype link probably in my about link so that everybody can actually get access to it, you know, or when this video ends, what I usually do is go back to the comment section.
Yeah, just drop it in the comments. Yeah, absolutely. So let me do this. I'm gonna leave you one last question because I'm jet lagged and I need to eat.
No problem, buddy. No problem.
Here's the question. I guess let's end it off on what the last question was. Do you think that, what do you think, I know you already said it's going to take a couple of generations, but do you think that this movement has a slight chance to try to assuage minds, to realize if all of us start getting out, do you think it might have some effect? Or do you think that we're too far gone? Or do you think that with the media continue to push this, are we doomed to have to deal with this other than leaving?
Gotcha. Personally, right now at this point, man, I think we're too far gone. This is me talking, you know, and this is what the move will do, okay? And I say 20 plus years is a conservative number, okay? I had a buddy of mine.
I'm more interested in what you think happens in the 20 years to get to the first start of change. If that makes sense.
Well, the biggest thing I'm looking at is a couple things. One, the infrastructure, okay? They're going to need specific men who are interested in other fields, right? To actually pursue, to take care of our infrastructure. We're talking electricity, gas, sanitation, trash, man, different types of things out there, plumbers, right? Construction workers, right? And if they are having a hard time to find these particular guys, and these guys have booked it and left, man, they're going to have to find somebody to replace those guys. You see where I'm at? So what's going to happen, in my opinion, this is just my opinion though, right, is they're going to see a percentage of them actually going. I just watched an article, man, on NBC, man. It was crazy. There was a black dude. He's a construction worker. And he said, I've been trying to hire, man, so many maintenance, man, and construction workers. It's crazy. But since my generation, you know, I'm in my late 30s, you guys, okay? My generation implemented what we call my infrastructure, right? Generation infiltrated, right? The structure in regards to having what we call, right, the Great Resignation, okay? I don't know if you guys seen that.
Yes,
but the Great Resignation was when a lot of my generation, both men and women, started saying, fuck it, and bounce from their jobs. They didn't care if unemployment was coming in. They didn't care, man, if the job was coming in. No, they looked at the fact of the respect, man, and how they treated people, okay? All right? You're going to take that situation and compare it to this situation, okay, where there's going to be the great male resignation, where guys are resigning from society, man. They're going to need people to pass those bills. They're going to need men to actually go out there and do those jobs. That woman who's sitting up there, I don't need no man. She's still going to need that man eventually, right, to come over there and clean her gutters out. He's still going to have to do her plumbing. She's going to have to come up off that money. Okay, if she'd have had a man at home who had plumbing, electrical, heating, and AC skills to do those skills, she wouldn't have to pay the money that she needed to this other company, man. Think.
Right.
Because she can find that guy that's that handyman who actually could have done that stuff, man. That's what's going to possibly happen, man. And once they see the effect that, damn, man, you know, I'm coming out the mortgage money to pay some third world company, third party company that's full of gays and trans or whatever, right? To actually do my plumbing or whatever the fuck may be, because that's where it's going right now. Damn, if I had a man, this would have saved me some money, some time or whatever. That's where they gonna feel that pain at. I'm telling you, give it about 20 plus years. And that's why I tell these guys, get their passports now, sit tight. Just go out there, have you some fun. I know you're not going to Mexico just for women. I know that. But they don't understand that when we travel, we're not going just for the women. No, we're going for the culture, the respect, the appreciation, and also too to see the world from a different point of view rather than just being this fishbowl and see it from just one point of view and figure everybody in the world think and believe just like the United States. And that's not the truth at all. We don't think, a lot of places in the world don't think and believe like the United States. They don't. They're very cultured. They got their own way of doing life or whatever. And they will respect you more if you come out there, immerse with the culture and learn about the culture. It's real.
So this channel right here, Dolalac channel, says good morning. Good morning, friends. So I always translate back into Indonesian. So I said, thank you for being here. So there's actually, you know, really beautiful art and dancings, like Indonesian women dancing on there. I actually really enjoy watching that channel because what you just said is the truth about what I want. Man, I just want to see something different. And I don't want to see it what TV tells me like it's about being in Indonesia or in Mexico or in Thailand or in Brazil or any of these places. I want to experience it, man. I do. You know what I mean? I don't want no one to tell me. I want to experience it. And so that means a lot to me.
Thank you.
To me, that will make me, like when I travel, I always become better for it. And so traveling outside of your comfort zone, you grow. Like I talked about earlier, if you're a fish in a small fish bowl, you'll never grow too much bigger than your environment. Because if not, you'll take up all the resources. But if the environment grows, you will expand as the environment expands. And so I just think you become your best version of yourself by doing it. You know?
And that's why I respect a lot of the boots on the ground channels, you know, like Dennis Pierre, Yeesh Giannis, right? Charles Tyler, you know, especially One Master Teacher. One Master Teacher to me is one of the boots on the ground kings, man. He got some of his older videos that still apply today, man. And I'll tell you, One Master Teacher is the truth. Go to that man's channel. It's going to be worth it. He actually does a live like every Saturday, 2 p.m. Central Time. Okay. But go to One Master Teacher channel. To me, on YouTube, any guy who actually does live boots on the ground, in-person content, that's as personal as you can get. That's somebody I can take more credible than actually looking at the local news. That's just my opinion.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? It don't matter how many times you watch a certain place, getting a perspective from each one of those dudes on their perspective of being in the same place, you never get tired of it.
You got
it. Because us that follow the travel channels, we got so many. We got Ace Live, you got One Master Teacher, you got David, I forgot his name, David something like all of these channels of people traveling. I never get sick of watching. If anything, I think it gives people courage to do it for themselves. They're like, man, I didn't watch 5, 6, 10 channels. When am I gonna do that? And hopefully what I'm doing, and this is what I want. I wanted to inspire people to go after it. That's why I like from day one, even when the channel was nothing, improve yourself, work on your purpose, live your best life. And that's it. And let them know one more time about your stuff before we get off of here. Let them know where they can find you and stuff like that. I dropped the link in the chat. If you guys want to follow GG's channel, I'm subscribed. You should be too.
Thank you, Mr. Sean. I really appreciate it. Is there a way, do you have PayPal, you know, if we wanted to donate to your channel, sir? Can we donate to you through PayPal?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you put the link into the either description or put it into your about tab?
Right in the banner.
Because I'm a PayPal guy and I donate. I know a lot of guys like to do Cash App. That's fine. Whatever,
the PayPal, sorry, every video I make, it's in the description. Okay,
gotcha. Okay, cool.
Everyone.
Okay, cool.
So yeah.
Okay, so in the future I can donate to the PayPal.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Hey, I'm actually 141 hours from being monetized.
Oh, really? Yeah, I thought you already monetized. You're over 1,000, man.
Yeah, but you gotta have 4,000 hours. Yeah. So I'm at 3,859.
Dude, don't be surprised if this thing right here helps you out for watching us, man. Don't be surprised. I'm telling you this shit, man, for real. I am not bullshitting you, man, for real. Why do you think there's a reason why some of the guys on the travel channel, they got smart, man. The guys on the travel channels and the red pill community, they got smart. That's a reason. It kills two birds with one stone why they had their stream so long. One, of course, to get the monetization and to meet the watch hours and the subs, but also two, which is my favorite, is to get the message out there. Yes. Regardless if you, like I said on my other channel, regardless of you are a baby channel, insignificant channel, or a huge channel of value, and you got 1 million subs or 100,000, it doesn't matter. Just get the message out there. Yes. Tell other guys, other brothers, youngins and olders to make a channel. Shout out to Sunshine Shoulders, man, Philippine channel, man.
I did a review on his. That brother out there.
Man, you better go to his channel. It's a Black Filipino channel too. Go to Black Filipino channel. Beautiful content. That man got some sexy content. I love his content, man. Because he's always doing films of him and his wife or solos of him, man. You know, and it's clever, man. He gives us that real life experience, man. You know,
Sunshine Shoulders did a video I did a review on where he talked about the difference between his American wife and the foreign wife he had. Now the foreign wife, he said they loved each other even after they split, but the problem was the age gap was too big. That was the only thing he said. But but when you break down the video, man, it's some powerful stuff. Check out that video if y'all haven't checked it out, y'all.
Where he got my highest, most respect was when he showed his house being built from the ground on up. Okay, go to that video, man. He got like several videos of the beginning of his house, the payment, the process, man. The construction workers out there, man. Go to Sunshine Shoulders, man. That black man, he's out of Chicago, Illinois, man. He knows what he's doing. Man.
Wait,
that man is smart.
Where was he at? Was he in Philippines or was he in Thailand?
He's in Philippines, man. Philippines, man.
And he had his house built. Oh yeah, I seen the house.
Yeah, he built that thing only for like 10 grand, man. Like, it's beefy, man. That thing is nice.
10 grand for that house,
dude. Go to it, man. Go to it.
That house.
Numbers. If I'm off by the price, somebody in that chat correct me, man. If I'm off by the price, somebody in the chat correct me right now. Go to his channel, man. And he went on like several lives about that stuff, man. And then his partner, man, he's Sunshine Shoulders. His partner, Moonshine Shoulders, man. Cool white man passed away.
Oh, yeah. No. And he brought it up. He had it in, I'm subscribed to that channel. And it was a sad time. I think his friend name was John or something.
Yeah. And it was really sad, man, because he was on the live stream with them, man, or whatever, man. But they both in the Philippines. But what it taught me a lesson is that black brothers can actually go down there in the Philippines, man, live and have a great time if they think smart about the situation, budget-wise. And also, too, they also come in there knowing that female nature is everywhere. They have to come in already knowing it. And they also have to come in also knowing too that there are certain families out there that want you to extract your money and resources to them, since you actually are seeing their daughter, you know. So you have to know all these things. Go to Sunshine Shoulders and the Black Filipinos channel. Right, they lay so much content, it's crazy. And also Dr. Mike TV's channel too. He has nothing but Philippine content. Dr. Mike TV. I'm telling you, for the Black travel community is real, man.
No,
it
man,
is real.
Look,
we're growing, man.
Last thing I'm gonna leave y'all with is during the pandemic, my uncle, he lived down in Mexico, and he was living down in Playa del Carmen. And down there's a Black travel community. I mean, it's strong. They do like events and stuff around Playa del Carmen. They have like a night, they get together every day. Like, people don't know. I mean, it is men and women. It's really like just escaping the matrix. That's like part of the problem, right?
It is. There it is. Listen, go get you some legitimate GoPro cameras, man. Go GoPro.com, man. Get you some GoPro cameras. Meet those guys. And you need to do live filmings, man, from your channel, man. You already got a channel down there, and this will pop off, man. Like, guys will love it, man. Guys will eat it up, because a lot of guys, we didn't even know that. We're preaching right now, in our opinion, to stay away from countries that even touch North America, right? Not necessarily Mexico, because what we say about Mexico, they have a very, very strong Spanish aspect, though, and a very, very strong traditional aspect. You understand? Not necessarily Mexico. We try to say stay away from the borders of Mexico to the United States, but the further you get down towards Central America is more submissive that the women are going to be. That's just our opinion. You understand? Now, are we going to meet some women out there, though, that are indoctrinated by feminism and all this isms and, you know, and women's rights, and I want to be independent? Of course. But the more you go down towards Mexico, man, the lesser that shit's going to be, man. You'll see some like Cartagena, Dominican Republic, Jamaica and shit, but they're not as bad as you would if you get straight into like United States and Canada. You understand? Let me check this chat out, man. And she said, I'm sure your watch hours and your retention skyrocket tonight, Sean. Okay. Yeah, I hope his watch hours skyrocket too, man. Because if he goes down to Mexico, soon he goes down to Mexico, man, if he collaborates with that group, man, he's going to blow up. I'm telling you. If the man goes down to Mexico, homegirl, I'm not lying. If he go to Mexico, he collaborates with that group likes what he got to say, he likes what they say, and they get on that live, I'm telling you, his watch hour is going to blow up. I'm telling you, for real. That's just how it is, because he's meeting a group of people that don't know, you know, that they actually exist. That's what's going to be more powerful.
Right.
So she has a good point.
Yeah, no. And I appreciate you, Wanda. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know what? Again, I'm already content. I want what you said, Gigi. I want for more people to get the message. And I think that's what this channel has been about from the beginning. Obviously, I've worked hard on it in 2022, but I appreciate everybody that's here. And listen, I dropped the link in the chat to go check out Gigi's channel. Please go look at that. I'm gonna have to end this stream though. We're at 3 hours. And
get you some food, man. You need to eat, man.
Yeah, no, man. Like I said, I had a red-eye flight too. So
gotcha. Yeah, I subscribed to your channel way earlier, man. Soon I seeing you, man, I subscribed to it fast, man. So I'm going to share the link in my other travel communities on Facebook so we can grow this thing. We're about to go ahead and help this man take a rocket boat.
We're about to get your channel up there too, because I'm ready to have that discussion. Red pill rage versus travel, you know.
Passport rage.
Passport rage. There you go.
Yeah, passport. Yeah, because there's guys out there who got the passport, and let me tell you, man, my partner he went to Africa. He went to Ethiopia, man, and he said it right off the gate. He said, I made the baddest mistake. He said, what? When I met my woman, I ended up marrying her immediately, but I didn't realize that when I got the passport, there are like thousands and millions of other women that are just as feminine and submissive as she was. and I had bigger, because he said, I'm a black man. I did not know that black men had that many options around the globe. I said, the women, I told him this. I said, if you go to Charles Tyler's channel, he said it. They might have got the country, the black women, right? The majority of the women, even the white women, they might have got the United States and Canada, right? They might have got this country, that continent. But the black men, we got access to the globe, man. The globe is bigger than just North America and Canada, man. The globe. Okay,
and this is kind of toward what I was saying earlier. Yeah. Women in these other countries realize they are in competition.
Thank you.
For men.
Thank you.
And they want good men, but they understand the definition of good for them.
Thank you.
Would be a scrub for somebody in this.
Thank you. I tell people in the Matrix, everything is in reverse. Listen, I'm gonna give you because I know you gotta go, but I'm gonna give you a sneak peek. I'm gonna give you a sneak peek of what Master Teacher told me on the consultation, man. It was the best money sent. He said, when you go over, man, Thailand, man, you go to Philippines or in Korea, man, if you go to Brazil, everything's in reverse. There's no, you need to have a 6-figure income, 6 feet, and have all this. No, there's no you going to holler at the women. No, the women coming after you.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
He told me this. He said, hey, instead of you, man, going out there and getting their phone numbers, no, they getting your phone numbers and they calling you the same few minutes to within the hour or the next day. And you better pick up. Right? You better, right? Not one, not two, many of them. And then on top of that, right? If you don't pick up, right, she's not gonna give up on you. She gonna call you up. Why don't you made all these plans with me? This don't make no sense. He said, just like the women out here doing the flaking on you, you out there doing the flaking because you got too many.
Right. And you know,
that's a sneak peek.
Yeah, sneak peek. All right, Joe.
He said the same thing. Master Teacher said the same thing, especially in Eastern Europe, not Western. No,
Eastern. Those Eastern. Yeah, I've heard that.
Stay east. That's what you want to do.
So I have buddies that have a lot of travel experience. So for years, I've been getting knowledge dropped on me. Plus, watching the channel, watching other channels. So this was just a matter of getting it done. That's all it was. Yeah. Setting yourself up so you can do it, and that
you're in a better position than a lot of us, man. Your kids grown, you got the income in. Hey, all of it's a matter for you to do is make the time and have an additional income on the side just in case you want to have.
Just in case, yeah. I want to leave something behind too.
So yeah, but thank you, sir. It was a pleasure being on this channel. I had a very, very good time.
It was a good time, man. We gotta do this again.
Thank you in the chat. You guys have some really good knowledge inside the chat. It'll be a pleasure for me to come back sometime in the future, and hopefully we can talk offline. But if you guys please, man, like this man's channel, share it. This man has some really good content. This was all unexpected from me. This was just a simple YouTube search of the red pill, and he popped up in the red pill community like super fast. I was like, wow, that caught me off guard. I was like, wow. I don't know if he's part of the red pill community or not, but I will tell you, he's been shooting nothing but red pill gems and gold nuggets, and I've been loving it. I've been loving it.
I want to say good night, guys. Thank you for being here, Wanda. I appreciate you all the time. Thank you. Can't do without you. She's been awesome. T-Mac says they want brothers, bro. Yeah, they do.
You better listen to that dude, man. Shit, he's not playing, man.
Nah, I'm good with it. All right, my man, I'm going to get you out of here and I'm going to close this out. Hey, bro, right, get at me.
Take it easy, you guys. Have a great night.
All right.
All right, bye.
All right. Look, this has been a great show. I can't wait to have this brother back on because I think that we need to have more of this discussion. I want to have more of you guys come on so we can talk about this stuff. And again, hit that like button and let me know what y'all think about tonight's topic and the question of the day. And then again, with that being said, live your best life.